I put my thing inside of you tonight. I put my thing inside of you tonight. I put my thing inside of you tonight. I put my thing inside of you. I'm gonna put my thing inside of you. Who wants to see me put my thing inside of you? Guys, who wants to see me put my thing inside of you? Put my thing inside of all of you. White balance is way off. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about CM Punk's junk tonight. Well, I knew, I gotta be honest, I had Ricky Starks winning that, so I really wasn't that, you know, really wasn't that surprised. This is Monetize This! 420, episode 420 of Monetize This is next week. That belt right there is on the line. It could be shipped out to Always Nerdy. It could be shipped out to Luke Rojas. It could be shipped out to my mother. It could be shipped out to anybody. All that matters is next Saturday night, right here, we are live, and it's episode 420. One of the biggest episodes of Monetize This in the last 100. It's a big night. I hope you're here for it. And we hope we get everybody wet for next week. It's gonna be a big night. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, and steal your mother's card.
Ooh, oh, I can't come. Ooh.
I love the women, I love the ladies, I love the chicks. I love the tits, the ass, and the pussy. I don't do. Do your fucking job!
I don't know, it's just, you know, we're putting something foreign into our bodies and we just don't know what's gonna happen. Then again, I drink alcohol.
If you got a dick, I'll follow you.
Yeah, I feel like I can eat my fucking grundle hole.
I basically bust in on her.
I hate your fucking guts. I'll kick your ass, Lord woman. And fuck Bill Goldberg.
I play games where you get fucked to death.
Queefy sons of bitches.
Colonizer.
A lot of small ones.
I had about motherfucking 15, motherfucking 80 drinks tonight.
I'm coming on your ass, man. I'm coming for that ass. Yeah.
Everybody just kept pounding it in there.
Oh my god, die.
ass. Yeah.
Everybody just kept pounding it in there.
Oh my god, die.
Okay, so we got a glitch going on. It's been a fucking retarded day, and it's getting even more retarded. Let's fuck. All right. Is everything working now? Whatthefuck.com, brother. We're going to show this world a thing or two. We're going to show... Yeah. Hit me with that hip hop. Whoa. That's too much, bro. That's way too much, bro. Give me with that hip hop. Hip hop. No, that's too epic. That's too epic. No, that's too, like, sublime. No, that's too much. 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 Oh, shit. Listen to that. Oh, my God. You guys hear that? What's going on with that? Oh, shit. Taste your mother's cunt. I wanna put it into her. I wanna lick it up so good. I want to give her my wood. Put it in, pull it out, put it in, pull it out, put it in, pull it out. How is that under the hip hop? I mean, I know it says dark hip hop, but dude, how is that even under hip hop at all? Hip hop anonymous? Like, dude, how is that under hip hop whatsoever? Like, that sounds more like grindy, like sort of like industrial or something. How is that under hip hop? Please explain. Please respond. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you think Tommy's gonna come back and win the Monetize this title? Are you kidding me, bro? Have you seen Tommy recently? Bro, let's not be ridiculous, dude. Tommy needs to win a free entry into the hospital so they can figure out what's wrong with his entire body. What are you talking about, bro? Are you kidding me? What, are we not on the air right now? Are we not on the fucking air right now or something? This is way more beat. That's Tommy. You think this guy's... You think he's gonna be winning the Monetize this title, bro? I don't think so, bro. He ain't winning the title, bro. Bro, what the fuck, bro? He's winning a free fucking health assessment is what he's winning. Oh, somebody shot me, Dad. Somebody shot me. What the fuck is going on tonight, bro? We'll go back to that. Sometimes you just gotta kiss the kid. Check this out, guys. Everybody in the chat, let me see those hands in the air. Let me see those hands in the air, chat. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just kiss the kid. Kiss the kid. You gotta just 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 kiss the kids. You gotta just lick the kids. You gotta just fuck the kids. You gotta just kiss the kids. Even if you're president, you gotta find out how they taste. And if you're an actor, you go to Epstein Island and give them some of your white paste. You gotta just kiss the kids. You gotta just fuck the kids. You gotta just lick the kids. Everyone is a pedophile. They're all pedophiles on Epstein's Island. Hunter Biden taking pics with little kids and nobody gives a shit. The Democrats love him, even though there's naked kids. Hunter Biden fucks little kids. You gotta just kiss the kid. You gotta just lick the kids. You gotta just taste the kids. They taste so good. I want their blood. I want their blood. They want my blood. And I want their blood. And I want their blood. You gotta just kiss the kids. You gotta just lick the kids. They taste so damn good. Yeah, you gotta just kiss the kid. You gotta just kiss the kid. Just kiss the kid. You gotta just kiss the kids. I do it all the time. Let me lick the kid. Let me lick the kid. Let me lick the kid. What the fuck is our obsession with kids? Yeah, I wanna taste all your kids. So give me your good.
haven't lived at all until you've been in again. Until you've been in again.
These people are sick, bro. These people are sick. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what the hell. I can't believe I used to be a Democrat. I can't believe I used to vote for these people. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by what I see. To be honest, bro. This guy's nibbling on kids' privates. I don't know, bro. That's the money shot, brother. How's everybody doing tonight? I feel like we should probably tell you that I'm hard as hell right now. What the hell? Oh my God! He starts it off!
I want you to jam it in.
Good God Almighty!
It's D. Wells, yeah!
It's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. It's in your bunghole.
D. Wells is on the prowl.
Getting straight to the fucking point. Negative points to Rojas.
Wow.
This is my world. Acknowledge me.
You don't even need it. That's next week. D. Welsh is dropping negative points on a guy. Next week, that belt is on the line. Everybody's in trouble except for my wife, who is leaving to go to Texas for the week. And I didn't realize that was going to happen because she only planned it a few weeks ago. And so she's the champ, but she's going to be in Texas, guys. Do you understand that? My wife cares so little about all of this that she's going to be in fucking Texas next week for Monetize This. Do you understand this? That's how much she don't give a shit. And she keeps winning stuff. But luckily, I have the points in the bank. D. Welsh, thank you for the bomb, brother. Holy shit balls, bro. D. Welsh giving negative points to Luke. Well, we'll call him Luke. Negative 105. I mean, holy shit. I mean, this ain't even, it's not even belt night, but Welsh is dropping loads now. He just wanted to put Luke up there with a negative next to his name, even though it's not even belt night. That's what he's doing. I get it. It's a message. It's like a dog pissing, marking its territory before the big fucking fight. Or whatever, whatever dogs do. I don't even know what they do, and I have one. Who knows? Anyway, let's rewind for a few seconds to a few minutes ago where Joe Biden was doing this. We got to make this a donation, I think.
You gotta just kiss the kid.
Oh my God. What is wrong with him?
I do it all the time.
Can they not stop him from doing this?
Let me lick the kid. Let me lick the kid. Let me lick the kid.
Dude, what the fuck, dude? I don't know, bro. Yeah, imagine someone coming into this show for the first time ever, and they come in and there's just like, oh my God, bro. Yo, D. Welsh with the top dono of the stream already, right off the bat, dropping a huge, just bomb, $105 D. Welsh. We'll put you up there, Welsh, for this. Welsh bomb. Good luck beating that. I almost didn't even come on the air tonight. Good thing I did because I received a Welsh bomb right off the bat. Yeah, so it's going to be a crazy week. Monetize this 420. I got the weed all ready to go for next week. I'm going to get high and probably paranoid and crazy, to be honest, because weed now, dude, I cried today. I have something. I'm obviously mentally ill, right? Like, I obviously need a therapist or something. And I'm telling you, bro, that weed, when I smoke weed now, it makes me insane. Like, I used to smoke weed, no problem. I want to eat macaroni and cheese, and I laugh like a maniac when I smoke. I start laughing like a hyena and fucking eating food and just making crazy jokes, and I start laughing. Not anymore. Now, when I get high, I start getting worried that I can't breathe, and I start having all these, like, weird, like, panic attacks. It's very strange. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what's going on. But over the last couple of years, I've had more panic attacks on my own without weed. So I think that something in my brain chemistry has changed. I don't know what to call it, bro. Being a pussy? I don't know what you call it. But either way, I just know. So who knows what's going to happen next week on episode 420. And you know what the worst part about it is? Think about this. The last time I smoked, Leah was here. And I smoked so much, I was nuts, and I had to leave the show. Did you guys remember this? And then Leah took over the show. Leah had to run the show. Does anybody even remember what episode that was? I don't. It was like episode 330 or something like that. I don't remember what episode of Monetize This it was, but Leah had to fucking finish the show off because I was so high and paranoid and insane. And I came back to the show at the end of the night, if anybody remembers, but I was out of my mind nuts. And this time, Leah won't be here. She'll be in Texas. Leah will not be here next week. She'll be in Texas. So I'm afraid, like, I don't even know. Maybe, I don't know if I'll have, like, my mom come over that night or something, sleep over or something, take care of the, hey, Mom, watch the kids because I might go insane and go into the backyard, and run away or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's got to be something. I don't remember what episode. I wish I knew even what, if I knew the time frame, I could probably figure it out too. But I don't even know what the time frame is. Guys, it is 1 week away from Monetize This 420. Next week promises to be. And I'm sorry about the problem at the beginning of the stream. My computer is starting to break down. It's obviously having all kinds of glitches and problems and freezing and stuff like that. So I don't know, bro. Every 3 years my computer breaks, and here we go. We're on that time. But let's check in with the boys. And
again,
let's show them what I think is probably one of the creepiest things of the year.
We'll do it live.
Ew.
I think I understand what it said. It spoke Croninese. It basically says, "Give me my sandwich, and I'll give you." Well,
No, I think it says, "Give me your children's body." I think is what it said, and that's Joe Biden. Can I
smell your hair?
What do you think about this, Mustafa?
I have no comment, nor do I care, really.
You like?
Even a baby doesn't talk like that.
Even a baby doesn't talk. That's what you have to say about this clip? Is even a baby doesn't talk like that?
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I got to say.
That's all I'm gonna say. Imagine if it's Trump.
All right, Mustafa supports child touching. Okay.
No, I don't. I think honestly, I have no comment on this whatsoever. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, you can't blame that one on a glitch this time.
No, you can't.
Okay, Mustafa, you don't get involved, huh? You just be a bystander, so you're as much to blame, scumbag.
Bystander.
Yeah, bystander. You know what I don't do, Mustafa? You know what I do when I see a child being tormented? I don't stand by. I do something. I say something.
So basically, you're going to be the guy that you saw in the recent movie. What was it? Something of Freedom.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. Like.
Exactly.
Like you would. You'd be the guy that lets all the
what
kids
is your
get
problem?
You'd be the guy that lets all the kids get abducted, but I'm the guy who's going to step in.
Not really. Absolutely not. I knocked somebody out actually.
I'm just kidding, Rostov. I'm trying to get you going here at the beginning of the show.
I'm just wondering what's your problem with Field of Freedom or whatever the movie's called? Do you hate Mel Gibson or something? You like an anti-American?
I think he saw it. I think he likes it.
Attached to that?
No, I think he saw it. You liked it, don't you? You like the movie Rostov, though, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, and plus you get if you don't have the money to do it, you want to see it for free, you can go see it for free. I paid for a ticket. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah,
but you can see it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a bit.
There's theaters and say, me and my date here, my 8-year-old date here would like to see this movie for free.
Yep.
Your 8-year-old date.
Yeah, and you know what'd be funny? No, you know what? You go to the movie and you say, "I'm here to see that movie about the sexy kids."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?
There's a movie about kids and sex."
They'd be like, well, okay, let me
sign up.
They're like, well, there's a whole. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a whole bunch of movies out right now. I don't know what that sounds weird. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying to be creepy. The movie's about the. Okay, let me explain it to you. So I guess so I'm here to see the movie. It's called So I guess it's about a bunch of sex slave kids, and then like lick your lips as you say that, and then be like, yeah. So I heard that there's.
Oh God.
And they're like, oh, you mean Sound of Freedom? It's like a movie about child trafficking or something. Oh, that's the one. Wait a minute. Are you telling me the traffickers are the bad guys in the movie?
Wait, you're telling me they freed them?
Wait a minute.
Wait,
yeah, no. Wait a second.
thought-
I thought this movie was about getting it on with kids. That's what I'm looking. Is that not what this is? I don't want to see that.
I thought it was Sounds of Screaming. I didn't know it was Sounds of Freedom.
Sounds of Silence.
They need to make a Juneteenth for these kids that get freed.
Yeah, I was here for, and then also have your hands in your pockets and be rubbing yourself when you're asking these questions. And then when they say no, it's like an anti-trafficking, pull your hands out of your pockets and be like, oh, so this movie is just gonna paint traffickers and people that might just be minorly attracted people in a bad light. And I'd be like, well, I'm not seeing that, and then walk away and just let them think about it.
As you pull your hands out of your pocket, little lollipops and baseball cards fall out.
Right, exactly. Baseball cards.
That's just Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy.
Dude, hell yeah. Well, Sound of Freedom. I'm going to go check it out.
The Sound of Freedom. The sound of Joe Biden sucking on kids.
I'm not going to lie. Like, these guys, the fact that they got greenlit when Hollywood doesn't even greenlit half the movies that are submitted, let alone something as good as this. I mean, dude, it's phenomenal. It was great.
You gotta just kiss the kids.
Oh.
You gotta just taste the kids.
Oh.
I wanna taste all your kids and put them in my basement and fuck them.
Oh.
Jesus. You got some White House cocaine there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why he did that. There was some cocaine on her pajamas.
Yeah. Turns out Joe Biden's into white girl and little.
Would it be
white girl.
funny is if he put cocaine on the kid and then just right there he was doing the line offer?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Shit! My reel, it fell on you.
It fell in your hair. Gotta sniff your hair.
It fell on your I'm not gonna say that.
Oh,
hey, dude,
I was gonna say something else. Man, that's not cool. Here's the thing about the JCS Army. It's a comedy show. We make jokes, but we don't like to go too far. We like to keep it, down to earth. Kind of simple. Fun, lighthearted. We poke each other's buttons, but at the end of the day, it's all about friendship. It's all about camaraderie, and we're just trying to have fun.
Gay.
Basically, we keep it NC-17, is what you're saying.
No. See, we don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I would say, let's keep it to a good PG-13 or TV-14, guys. Can we do that?
I would say, I have no problem, you know what I mean, with the idea of, telling Christina Applegate that we're going to get her a new pair of tits, but they're made out of, rapist skin. I would say that would be... Yeah, there's a huge Mega Millions tonight, but I don't think it's tonight. Is it tonight? The drawing tonight at 11?
Mega Millions.
Isn't that
Mega Millions right now is the second biggest competition that's going on. The first is, of course, the Monetize This championship match that's going to be happening next week on Monetize This 420. So I just wanted to give a quick plug there because you're going to see me winning the championship that night.
Yeah, the Mega Millions is Tuesday. Big drawing Tuesday. Right on our Tuesday night show.
Speaking of plugs, our newly introduced and newly created Monetize This subreddit is up and running live. So if there's a topic that you in the chat want to talk about, go ahead and post on subreddit Monetize This, a video, fucking news article, whatever you want, post on there. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Yes, please do this. Otherwise, Nerdy will kill himself because this is literally his last hope in life. Like everything else he's done has kind of fallen flat, you know? But this could be his big break. So let's support the guy.
Flat, something Luke Rojas will never be. What this Monetize This subreddit will do is allow you to have a voice. So yeah, you're right. I am kind of throwing some hooks out there, but if you want to post a funny video or if there's something you thought was funny, we'll talk about it on the show on the subreddit. Go ahead and do that.
Maybe flat is it's kind of representative of your, sense of humor, very flat and dull and boring. Same with the ratings that you bring to the show. It's very flat, nothing really. I bring ratings. You see, I was the star of the show last week, and look at the views, 3.4 thousand views. Now, if I were off that show, I'm going to tell you right now, the views would not be over 3,000. They'd probably be under 2,000.
Who knows? We can all speculate. But what I will say is Luke can try to hate on what's making the show better because these segments will help make the show better. But yeah, we're all mods on there. We'll all be checking it out. So as much as Luke wants to hate on it, feel free to post on there.
Okay. Whatever.
Luke's
hey,
just
Rosafa.
Luke's mad because his shitty promo is plastered all over
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
My shitty promo, I thought it was a pretty good one. Someone said that it was better than most wrestlers' promos. So eat dick.
Yeah,
anyway,
your third account bot posted that on your channel.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know. I don't associate with anybody outside of Joe Cronin, so I don't pay people off to write positive things in my comment section. All right. And
you suck them off.
And I most certainly am not in cahoots with D Welsh like I was accused last week. Is that his name?
Wild.
Is that his name? Because I almost called him D Wells. I don't really know who the guy is. He's like talked about me a few times tonight, like in the chat, and I'm like, who is this D Welsh guy?
He's never sent you a Christmas card. You never got his true government deal.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know who is this guy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna donate a bunch of negative points. Like, he's talking to me like I'm supposed to know him. Like, I don't really remember him. Is he like a donator or something?
He's a a don, or he's like a kingpin. You know what I'm saying? He's just got investments on investments in various different countries.
Blessings on blessings.
Blessings on blessings.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know him. I don't got a problem with him, to be quite honest with you. I mean, he seems to have a problem with me. So D Wells, I don't have a problem with you, dude. Why don't you call in on the show?
Matter of fact, you said you had a question for me, my brother. What was your question?
Oh yeah, why don't you talk about some wrestling to pad out some time?
Oh Jesus.
Well, I mean, again, it is Saturday. Do we have to talk about the business? I mean, I guess because we had Collision technically, and yes, we had. I was gonna say just talk about Collision, because if you talk about AEW, nobody has a problem. If you talk about WWE, then Omar here will say, all you do is talk about wrestling. But it's funny. It's funny because, again, there was no WWE tonight, but we had other events from other promotions that I know Joe doesn't care for. So I just mainly watched a bunch of different shows today. I saw a little bit of New Japan, something that happened last night. Saw AAA a little bit today. Saw Impact. Out of all things, so there was one tag match that I actually did want to see. But other than that, it was really more so AEW Collision. The opening match, we had FTR taking on Bullet Club. That was phenomenal. It almost went to the hour time limit. It was I believe it was 2 out of 3 falls. If I'm not mistaken, 2 out of 3 fall tag match for the titles. Oh my God, great match. Go watch it.
It is good.
And surprisingly or not surprisingly, David Benoit, the son of the, well, I don't want to say late great, but the late Chris Benoit was in the front row and was taking pictures backstage and put them up on his social media.
Look, I hate to be the bad guy here.
Be the guy. Be the guy. Put it out there, bro.
It's
Lay it
really
out.
early to be getting deep into wrestling. I just want to find out how y'all are freaking doing. I mean, Joe, how are you freaking doing today, man?
I think he's on the
He's not
toilet
here.
right now.
He's
on the
not
toilet.
here. If you hear Joe not talk for a little bit, 99% of the time he is not in his chair. He's doing some other stuff. Now, what I want to know is, why is Leah in the thumbnail now? Is she joining the stream at some point? I'm just wondering, because usually when Joe puts somebody in the thumbnail, they're on the show. And Leah is our current reigning Monetize This champion. So you would think on her 154th day as champion that she maybe, show up. And,
Well, allegedly, she's not going to be here next week because apparently she's going to be in Texas. So doesn't that mean that she should forfeit the belt and be stripped of the title?
Honestly, she should have been stripped of the title weeks and weeks ago.
I want to see her lose it. I want to see her lose it. Like, I just want to see her lose it because she just can't lose it because there's always a simp around to give her something. Do you know what I mean? Like
so does that mean that the title is still going to be defended despite she won't physically be around?
Yeah, of course.
What is she, Roman Reigns, bro? Like that, even Roman at least defended it 3 times this year.
That's right. She's Roman. She's Roman. She's the fucking female Roman.
Leah has held the title 154 days, not even one appearance with the title. You keep saying you're gonna drop this video of her that you filmed, and you never fucking do. I don't think the video exists. I think it doesn't exist. Oh, I got the greatest video in the whole fucking world, man.
Oh, it's gonna exist on OnlyFans. I'll tell you that.
Did she even take the title out for a walk? I mean, did she take it to the nail salon?
Yeah.
Did she do anything with the title?
Has she even touched the title since?
I can't even imagine her at a nail salon, but okay.
Look, they make a great point here. This title hasn't seen daylight for years. Who knows how long? The title
There's probably crabgrass, sawdust, and probably web, spider webs all over that thing, man. Come on now.
Leah cares so little for the title that she's probably carrying the old incarnation, the one that Joe has since then upgraded and modified to that beautiful looking title. And that championship doesn't even get worn. It doesn't even get defended. I mean, come on, bro. Seriously. For all the people who vote for Leah, I'm just wondering, do you actually want Leah as champion? Because I think you just want to be her boyfriend, and that's never going to happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like all the boyfriend guys, they got to be your friend for free. They realized, like, you know what I mean? Before, like D Moon and, I mean, dude, the list goes on and on, right? Even Bailey, when Bailey first started watching the shows, he used to sort of say things about Leah. And then, so now, like, everyone's friends with her for free. That's not, none of them are patrons anymore.
Yeah,
none of them donate anymore because they're friends with her.
Just play World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
Exactly.
look, listen here. This is a message to Leah and all of her Leah fanatics out there, okay? Look, I would never say anything bad about the champion because the champion doesn't exist. She doesn't show up. I wouldn't say that she gets around, but I would say that her Discord server icon does. This is something we need to change, and making me the champion is how we do it. Getting the belt out there. That's what we need to do.
Getting the belt out there. How are you going to get it out there, bro?
I'm gonna
how are you
wear
going to
it
get
and
it
I'm
out
gonna
there?
touch grass. I'm gonna do something you haven't done in years. I'm gonna go touch grass with it.
I'm going to
go out
touch
the
grass.
park.
Go
I'm
lay
gonna
on the
take
grass.
pictures
Go
with
walk
it
on
at the
grass.
Diamondbacks. I'm gonna do something that a former Jew champion did. I'm gonna take it to sports events. I'm gonna take pictures with it. There are things I can do that Luke can't.
I think my
I'm
wife's.
sorry.
I think
know who,
if my
I
wife
know who
wins
you're
the
talking
belt,
about.
she's gonna melt the belt down into a dildo and use it and make a dildo out of it.
Okay.
Listen, Luke just wants the belt so he has something to hold his pants up, all right? Don't give him the belt for that, okay?
Anyway, we've been derailed.
Oh my gosh! Like
Right.
honestly, tonight has just been weird because like I've been waiting just to start the show and everything like that. I mean, we had a little bit of a hiccup with the stream earlier, but we're all good. A lot of wrestling going on, a lot of like just life things going on right now. I mean, crazy.
But has anybody seen Indiana Jones 5? Anybody?
I
Does
refuse to see
anybody?
it. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be
I
disappointed.
saw it. I did, Luke.
Tommy,
I
you
did
in the
see it.
chat tonight again? Look at bro. It's time to hit the gym, brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Tommy, I'm losing weight, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
We'll lose weight together. I thought he was losing weight.
No, not at all. Tommy, thank you though for coming in the chats and saying your name and then leaving and then saying, yeah, I was.
Wait,
in the
what
chat.
is he doing in the chat?
He comes in the chats and he says hi and then he just It's like he leaves. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then he.
I think he's being told to do that by somebody. Like somebody's being like, or somebody hacked his account.
You think so? Because then on Twitter he's like weird. He's like, oh yeah, that was me coming in, and I was like, okay.
Hey Tommy,
how you
seriously,
doing?
bro. Like all kidding aside, we know that you're just a dude, and Joe, he loves you, bro. Even though you guys had a fucking shitty falling out. You know, at the end of the day, it's a fucking show where we all make dick jokes, you know.
It's a
You don't
new
need to-
day. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so why don't you come back, we make up, we suck your dick for a little bit, then we go back to calling you like a pathetic retard, and it's like everything can go back to normal. You know, we can have so many great shows with Tommy. It makes me sad.
Yeah, he is.
It makes me sad.
It makes. What are you retard, Mario? What is that?
To be fair, he
What is that
brought-
noise?
making
Wait
me
a second.
sad.
What is that scraping noise?
Yeah, wait, somebody raking their carpet right now?
Yeah, what is that noise?
I think Omar is rolling up his magic carpet.
Jesus. Well,
That's somebody
speaking of Crack Pack members, Luis Alejandro reached out to me and said that he tried to get in, but he's blocked. Should I care? Or
Luis
is he good to block?
Alejandro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think he's blocked in here. I don't know why he would be.
Me neither. I don't remember him doing anything weird other
I don't
than
know, man.
eating dildos.
Maybe he was blocked by somebody who isn't on the show anymore.
Yeah, there's something weird. People got blocked by somebody, who knows who. Is the Discord in the chat for anybody that wants it. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. And next week is Monetize's 420, so Luis, you want to win the title, man? It might be your week, you know?
I'm assuming
Get Jay
when you
Menace
spin
on
the
here.
wheel. I'm assuming when you spin the wheel next week, the prized wheel spin is probably for 420.
That's
Like every time when somebody donates 420.
probably should be that, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Rostafa just subtly pitching production ideas, I guess.
I bet at 420
Why the
we're gonna
hell
get
not?
a bunch. I bet 420 we're gonna get a lot of $420 donations.
There's gonna
Yeah,
be a lot of
and then we're
smoke,
gonna
and it will be fine.
Smoke 420 joints.
By the way, I was almost about like 75% sure that was exactly what Rostafa said, but I wanted to play it off as if I wasn't listening at all. So, sorry.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. That's right. We're gonna be smoking it up.
We need
Fucking
a remix
hard.
for that donation.
I
We need a
will
remix.
all right, what I'm going to do for 420 next week is a big announcement right now.
Hell yeah.
That noise is driving me nuts though. I think it's Jesse and I'm going to mute him.
Jesse.
It's him sweeping up his fucking kitchen.
I'll unmute him in a minute, but what I'm gonna do for 420 is, first of all, obviously the 420 donation will be a big one, you know, but we'll also have a $420 donation, 420, and that will be. I'll come up with something, you know. It'll be.
And
It's gotta
for,
be really good though. It's gotta be.
gotta
and you
be
should
real
also, just in case, do a 4,200 donation.
Oh my!
That'd be
God.
really special.
Dude.
I mean, just saying.
I get
after
42.
all-
I think he'll have a connection. He'll have a connection.
Bro,
instead.
we get a $4,200 donation. I'll dump ice cream in my own asshole, like all over my body, and like dude, I'll tear my asshole open like with a fucking spoon live on the show.
with a flag.
I like it. I like how the other day Joe's like, dude, no, like, so if I got a $5,000 donation, I would go freaking crazy. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, yeah, but I really wouldn't do anything in the end because I owe a lot of money. So
No,
it's
it
like,
would, no,
probably wouldn't
are
be
you
that big
kidding
of a
me?
deal.
No way. That would be so
Yeah.
crazy. No, that would eliminate me. No, that'd be amazing. That'd be crazy. That's not going to happen though.
It'd
These
be
aren't
like the giving himself an enema thing.
these aren't the
No, you
old
were like-
days. These aren't the old days of
You were
monetizes.
like, yeah, it would help me out. You know, I'd be doing better, you know, but yeah, I mean, I'd be going crazy, you know. It's like,
Oh my
hey,
God,
thanks,
dude.
Joe. You really.
Oh, bro, dude, I
just
don't know.
tears it down.
I probably would never end the stream. I'd probably be like sleeping on the floor with the camera on. You know what I mean? Like I would probably
In the fetal position, just be like, oh.
yeah.
Joe would live stream his sex tape.
Well, Leah won't be here, so I won't be able to. Oh, I could do that though. Yeah, I could pull up the old tapes off an old hard drive I got somewhere with Leah. Yeah.
Is Leah coming
Yeah.
on the
Is that-
show?
Oh, yeah, dude. Come visit, bro.
I could edit. Yeah, I could like blur. I could blur her out, maybe like, or blur most of it, or like just play the audio of some of it. Yeah.
I was wondering, is Leah showing up on the show because you put her in the thumbnail, or did
Yeah.
she already leave?
Well, I thought she was gonna show up, maybe, but here's the thing that's fucked. By the way, I'm not exactly happy about this. I didn't realize this shit was going on. Do you know what I mean? But what am I fucking supposed to do? You know what I mean? Cancel the show? You know what I mean? Like,
You want to postpone it?
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, I could, but I mean, like,
No, what the fuck?
yeah. So,
Oh,
like,
I'm just
would you
saying. I mean,
postpone
this
it?
is the biggest. This is the biggest championship night of all time, and we're also fighting for a title. It would kind of be shitty if the champion wasn't here, but I
Well,
mean,
that's what we're looking
I'm
at.
ready to go all the way. Next week, 2 weeks from now, I don't give a fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Wait, you think this woman has had 20 episodes to show back up on the show, and
she says
hasn't?
dude, she don't give a shit. That's what I'm telling you. Like, she said, I don't give a fuck. That's what she said, and they'll still make me champion. That's what she
That's
said.
what I'm saying. She doesn't need to be here.
She
We're doing
said.
this next week, damn it.
She goes, I don't need to be there. I can show up anytime
All right.
and win. That's what she said. I have the text. I'll show up anytime
But
and
she's
win.
not even gonna be there. She's not even gonna show. You know what? That's why we can't let that happen. We gotta prove Leah wrong. We gotta prove her wrong. I don't give a shit. Or actually, no, I do. I want to win the championship. You know, I
I'm saying,
actually
you're
fuck
asking her
everybody.
to show up for these simps and show off her boobs and stuff. No way. This girl is. We're taking the title next week.
Like, guys, seriously.
Leah's being like Brock Lesnar when he was the Universal
Yes,
Champion.
this is exactly what she's being like.
He
It's
just
totally
never fucking
true.
shows up.
Yes, this is exactly what she's doing. She's like, fuck it.
You know what, Joe? You say it's because she doesn't care. I don't believe that. Because why else would she not show up for so long? If she obviously didn't give a damn, then she wouldn't care showing up every once in a while to gloat. No, she's scared. She's scared to put that title on the line because she knows that when she does defend that championship, it's going home to Luke Rojas.
Yeah,
Look,
to a
Luke can say
dumpster.
what he wants, but he won't say the truth. He won't say what Joe needs to hear, and that's objectively that if Leah were on this show every week, it would grow. The show would grow more and more. Luke could say all the bad jokes he wants and claim that his viewership will affect the show. It doesn't, not like Leah's would, but she doesn't show up here because she doesn't care about chat. She doesn't care about any of us here. She doesn't want to show up.
Except for
She
when
doesn't give
she's
a fuck.
drunk. When she's drunk, she really seems to care. And you know what? Tonight, she's not drinking tonight, right? So she's not drinking. In fact, I think our kids are playing on the computer upstairs. So she's not even on her computer. She's not drinking tonight, right? So she's probably not going to be here. And then next week, she'll be in Texas. She'll be in Texas and visiting Danny MT probably.
Yeah, look, she's running away. She's running away. She's going to Texas.
Running away.
She's because she knows that Luke Rojas is going to win the title. Although I'm like 90% sure that she doesn't even know my name, but still, she knows that I'm going to win the title. Nerdy knows I'm going to win the title. Not Awandi. Omar knows I'm going to win the title. Jay Menace knows I'm going to win the title. Rostafa knows I'm going to win the title. And most importantly, Joe Cronin knows I'm going to win the title. All right? Everybody knows. It's an unspoken fact. Some people are trying to deny it and live in a delusion and live in a fantasy within their mind, but I'm going to wake everybody up next week.
What now? Real quick, go into tonight. What did you think of AEW tonight? And where was Kevin Kelly? Why was he not on commentary tonight?
He's eating your dick.
Does anybody know? Because I was furious. I was like, "What the fuck, Ian Riccaboni? What the fuck's going on?"
It's weird. Yeah, I think it was just because I don't know. Maybe it's because it was a special collision because of the finals of the tournament of the ONR tournament. I don't know. Maybe he got sick. I don't know.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, what? I thought Kevin Kelly was the announcer. Nope, it's Ian Riccaboni tonight. Okay. I mean, Ian Riccaboni.
Well, I mean, it was pretty good for what it was. It
Yeah, no.
bad.
Listen, Ian's good too. I like him, but like, it's like I still think Kevin Kelly's better for whatever reason. Because Ian Riccaboni is kind of like. Oh my God, bro! They fired the best. I literally just said he's the best announcer in wrestling right now. They fire him. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Fired him for having two first names.
No, but if they did, I would be ridiculous. That's what and he's not really fired.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's there. He might have been. Why isn't he there?
He got canceled. He posted a picture of a child mutilating their testicles, and he said, "Not cool."
Yeah, he showed up to Sound of Freedom, a bunch of children slaves.
Oh.
Okay, I just want to address this D Wells guy in the chat. I don't know why you're making like threats to me, to my life. I don't even know who you are. It's not cool, bro. Like seriously, like I get you're a mod. I don't know how you got to be in mod status, but like, dude, not cool, bro. Not cool. D
I'd
Wells.
like to be a mod again. That'd be nice.
Oh, Kevin Kelly's in G1 in Japan. That's why.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. My
G1
bad.
climate.
Yeah, I forgot.
Out
My
there
bad.
with the Pearl Harbor partners, as I like to call them.
Like I said, I only watched a little bit of NJPW, so like I didn't really get to see the whole thing. But
it's about time.
It is what it is.
It's about time we pay them back for Pearl Harbor. You know.
Yeah, one wrestling announcer at a time, dude.
Someone said that the other day. They were like, "Dude, you know what, dude? We should really pay them back." I'm like, "Yeah, we did. We dropped a nuke on them. You don't remember that?" He was like, "Oh, that's where it was dropped." I'm like, "Wow, like, bro."
I just dropped one in the toilet before this fucking stream.
Yeah, it'll represent the stream. D Wells, thank you for the $105, man. That's the biggest dono of the night. You started the show with a bomb. You guys can donate too. Obviously, I know people are saving for next week. Even if that's only $20, people are saving it. Like I got $20 and I'm gonna do it next week. I understand that, so it's totally understandable. I know this week is a different thing, but you can still donate tonight if you want. Super Chat's available, Streamlabs available. You know the deal. We got Birdman is here. What up, Bird? What'd you think of Joe Biden sucking that kid off earlier?
I think Joe Biden is a kitty diddler, and he needs to fucking drop off the face of the earth and die.
Now, even though I don't like to blame the father for the son's crimes, you know, but it is a little weird, you know.
I do. Fuck him.
Hey, Bird.
Somebody taught Hunter how to do this.
Hunter
I'll
should
tell
die
you
as
right.
well.
What'd you
I'll
think of
tell
the
you
kid,
right now.
Oh, hey, Jesse.
I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
Bird, Biden, Hunter, they're all connected.
Well, yeah, they are.
Hold on now, Jesse. Don't fucking compare me to those two pedophiles.
Wow.
Come on now. That's
What do
that's a
you
little
think
fucked up.
Biden's hunting, huh? Birds.
Well, then I'm in danger.
By the way,
My son
Biden
is in danger.
Biden rhymes with riding, just so you know, like riding a child.
Or riding a train.
Or
riding a bird.
I like trains. They go fast.
What
Can you
is
imagine
wrong with
Jesse
Jesse's
Ventura
microphone?
actually managed-
I'm about to take you on the Conspiracy Exposed Express.
Let's go.
Bird,
Yeah.
how mad were you?
Choo-choo!
Bird, how
What's up,
mad were
nerdy?
you when Hunter Biden left all of your cocaine at the White House?
You know what? I was pretty pissed off. I mean, he wasted a shitload of cocaine, and I am pretty salty.
Mm.
Really,
Are
really
you mad?
salty right now.
Are you glad that they can't trace it back to you at least, or the FBI is pretending that they can't?
Yeah, if I'm off the air in 20 minutes, I'm fucked. Just know that.
By
we
the
know
way,
you got raided.
They took me down on Facebook in 2 seconds. Did I tell you guys about that? I don't know if you...
Yeah, I heard.
Okay,
Bust
so
off.
Bird, you may not know, but yeah, Facebook, bro. I posted the censored pics, some of them, like the one with Hunter Biden with the 6-year-old with the handcuffs around her with the bra and panties on, like, and a couple other ones, and they're like censored mostly. Facebook, dude, as soon as I posted them, I posted, dude, what the fuck is this? And as soon as I hit the button to post, my Facebook disappeared. Everywhere on my Facebook disappeared, and my Facebook was locked for 45 days, and they said I was under like an investigation or something. Like,
get ready to say that they were watching your shit.
Like, dude, I was like, oh my god, and they were like, these images are, and it was like, yeah, but they're censored, but it's also information. So like, because people keep saying like, oh, you're a fake liar, conspiracy person. And I'm like, no, like this guy is like, this shit's crazy. So it's like, you can't even show if you don't show the truth, you're a crazy conspiracy person and it's not real. Oh yeah, prove it. And then if you prove it, you get in trouble. So there's no way to do, like, what do you do? Like, there's no way to. Yeah.
Were you like, Facebook? No, my child porn is over on this site. It's not on Facebook.
Well, it's not too. It's like censored, and nobody's doing, like, I don't even know. The images are just weird. It's not like they're not like the real images that are out there that are really like, holy shit, bro. But no, this is a real human. No, this is a crime that this guy's committing. Apparently, I mean, to me. But yeah, you can't even share it. So if you retweet stuff on Twitter, like, you can't touch it. So I don't touch it anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna touch this anymore. I don't know, bro. But yeah, these are images that are everywhere on Google and whatever. And I simply just shared it on Facebook, and I was, boom, done for like 45 days.
What you're not mentioning
on some watch list.
Probably.
What Joe's not mentioning is the real thing that got him kicked off was him saying like all sand people should die in a fire.
Oh.
Well, they should.
Just watching some WWE.
Look at this.
Extreme Rules. The show's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna suck a whole bit.
What is going on in the background?
Bray Wyatt.
Is that Joe Dog?
Boy, I wish he'd suck me off.
Yeah, that's Joe Dog right there.
Man.
Inspector Todd was on like a frenzy today on Twitter with just reposting tons of my Joe Dogs, because the real Joe Cronin Twitter is back up.
Oh, dude, those are classic, bro.
But
I love those.
Just watching some WWE.
There's a bunch of these.
They working hard on the go, hands on the hourglass, spinning too slow.
I mean, that's Joe Dog right there. By the way,
yo, it's me. It's the JDOG.
I don't know which one of my kids that is in the background, but there are. My kids must have been, I don't know how old they were, but yeah, he was tweeting me this all day today. I don't know where the other ones went, but yeah, he was tweeting me a ton of Joe Dogs today. Oh, here's some more. Here's some more.
The DOG, the Joe Dog, the brother of the Road Dog. Hey, listen, the other brother. Listen, a lot of people texting me upset what my brother did, but listen, the B team of the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Yoo-hoo! Let me tell you, it's going to be a good show tonight. It's going to be a good time. Extreme Rules. It's that JOE to the DO.
It was a lot of fun. Here's more.
Spend
That's pretty damn good.
More of these unbelievable updates from backstage and Gorilla.
It really looks
with the
like him,
JOE
too.
to the DOWG backstage. Make sure you guys follow Joe on Cronin on Twitter, at Real Cronin on Twitter, so you guys can get this backstage exclusive information. Up, everybody, it's me. It's that JOE to the DOWG backstage again with Vince McMahon. All people say, hey, dog, when we gonna see some actually extreme on this show? But hell, we've seen a lot of things extreme here, on WWE Extreme Rules. Me and Vince love it, man. Tell them to suck our dicks. Oh, Vince
backstage at Road Dog.
WWE Extreme Rules. Me and Vince love it, man. Tell them to suck our dicks. Oh, Vince, damn hoe. So
wow.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Hey, it's Dan Kennedy. I'm back.
Oh, you're back? That didn't take long, huh?
What happened?
I just wanted. You were right, Joe. Man, like they were weird, dude.
They were weird.
You were right.
What do you mean they were weird?
Yeah. Did your mom die of muscular dystrophy?
Oh
yet,
my God.
Did you die?
My mother's got MS. That's not cool, dude.
Damn.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, you fucking piece of shit.
I'm just asking. I'm just
MS.
asking questions here.
He's
dude.
burying himself.
Well, I just wanted to say, what do you guys think about the AEW video game?
Joe played it more so than everybody else here. What did you think of it, Joe?
I mean,
It's pretty good.
I think it's made for. I think retards are gonna love it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I really like the game, Joe.
Are you? Oh, I didn't mean that you were, but
Wow.
okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see you liking it. Yeah. Now
You want to play? We should play the game together, Joe. But
I mean, it's all
I got
about
an
the game and how
Xbox.
you play
yeah,
it.
maybe I'll come over your place and we can play together. And loser.
What time? What time do you want to do that?
Let's do it when your mom's sleeping.
Oh, Joe, I only
My
have
mom don't-
handicap parking in front of my house, so you're gonna have to park down the road.
Oh, don't mention your house, or I might be in trouble again.
Oh shit.
You know, I might dox you again by. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Docs on
You'll
docs.
end up like Biden.
I can't. How did you know that he was? I mean, never mind. I don't know. Never mind.
If you want to post Dan's address, feel
Oh,
free to
my
do that
God.
on Reddit, monetize this
Oh, here we go.
subreddit. Go ahead and plug that.
Shout out to him. I
if
don't know
you
how
wanna-
Luke knew about that, but Luke somehow knows everything, I guess. Or
Luke knows
Damn, Luke.
everything.
I don't know, man.
He is a fucking legend.
Let me tell you something. You know what's funny?
I
Ron
I
Perlman.
just wanted to say, Nerdy, that wasn't cool. I don't think that's funny.
That was almost.
Look, I don't know what I'm saying.
That was almost the Elon Musk. I thought Elon Musk was here. Oh my God, do I love that one? Good old Elon. He's ready to go to jail
Yeah,
for us.
And you're like Elon. Like, what if Joe ran Tesla?
It'd stop catching fire. I'll tell you that. If I ran Tesla.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about, like, there was a point on the show where, like, every joke Dan Kennedy made was like, you know, what if Joe was like the director of Jurassic Park, or what if Joe?
Yeah, it's like
what
it's
if
almost
Joe
like
was insert this job description, and
Like,
it was so bad because it never went anywhere.
No, it was like, what if my narcissistic brain, right? My narcissistic brain that thinks I can do anything and everything. What if that had a friend that would tell everybody that first? Like, he was doing that all the time. He's like, Joe, I think Joe would be good at that. So there's a big strike in Hollywood, obviously, with the actors now. The writers are on strike.
SAG.
The actors are on strike. SAG, they're all on strike. And here's Ron Perlman. I just want to put some context to it because now Ron Perlman is a very angry left-wing person who wants to kill people and hurt people that don't, follow his political views. But here he is. I believe he's threatening Bob Iger here. I'm not sure, or some executive. But listen to this. This is wild.
One thing before I get off this. The motherfucker who said we're going to keep this thing going until people start losing their houses and their apartments. Listen to me, motherfucker. There's a lot of ways to lose your house. Some of it is financial. Some of it is karma. And some of it is just figuring out who the fuck said that. And we know who said that. And where he fucking lives. There's a lot of ways to lose your house. You wish that on people. You wish that families starve while you're making $27 fucking million a year for creating nothing. Be careful, motherfucker. Be really careful. Because that's the kind of shit that stirs shit up. Peace out.
So now $50 million Ron Perlman just said that. So now if someone kills Bob Iger tomorrow, is that on
Does it sound like Tyrese?
What?
This is the kind of white-on-white crime I look forward to.
Yes.
Doesn't it sound like Tyrese though? Like when he
Yes.
used to play, and it's like he's making all of his millions of dollars, but yet he's just like asking all his millionaire friends for like assistance.
Yeah.
you want
well,
from me?
it's weird because part of me agrees with him, like in a way, like one of the higher ups is like, we'll keep this thing going until they lose their houses and everything. That's a fucked up thing to say. So I get him kind of being angry for once, because he's always mad and all these things. And he's always saying stuff like this and threatening people and whatever. So I think he's
Isn't
kind
he
of
like a crazy liberal?
yeah, he is a kind of a too far crazy left, like far left crazy person. But I do kind of agree with him here. Except he's worth $50 million himself. But I would probably, I'd probably be flipping out if I was out there. But he's a fake person. He's not even real. You know what, Ron?
Right.
Why don't you go do something? Why don't you go choke fucking Bob Iger and fuck him in the ass with the Disney logo? Okay? Go
drop
do that.
your Sons of Anarchy role.
Yes.
And be the real liberal pussy that you are.
You won't
Okay?
do shit.
Yeah, bro.
You won't do shit, Ron Perlman.
You're not Slade from Teen Titans. All right, you're not some fucking badass assassin. You're just a fucking old-looking Ted Danson motherfucker. I know Mr. Pico already made that joke, but
you know what?
I'm gonna steal his joke.
Why don't you go back to Star Trek Nemesis and be Shinzon's viceroy and let him rape you in the ass? How about that?
Yeah, why don't you
Newt
be some
Gunray?
commander in Star Wars that gets blown up the first 3 minutes of the movie?
Why don't you be
Viceroy
Harry and
Gunray.
go back to Harry and the Hendersons, you fucking huge goddamn cocksucker?
You look like you should be a fucking Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, bro.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman
And Harry-
this is the face of why abortion should be legal, okay? In every state right now. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can.
I'm just fucking.
He should dye his hair pink.
He's right though. Fuck these executives who said that or whoever said that if they did. He's got a nice white picket fence behind him though. Now paint it the other way so we can see your mansion. That's what I want to see.
It's like AOC going down to the border. It's like, bitch, you don't care. For real. It's don't affect you.
Or it's like the wrestling community like pretending that they care about Vicky Guerrero and her child or whatever that got raped or something.
You want to see?
They're like, I just wish they didn't air out their dirty laundry in public. It's like, then why are you fucking making a video about it, jackass? If you so didn't want it to happen.
That's Ron Perlman's house. It's a mansion. You know what I mean?
Wow. Damn.
Come on, bro.
How much dick did he suck to get that?
No, he's just done a lot of things. Listen, I respect his career. I think he's just wild. You know what I mean? Like, he's just very, like, I don't know. He reminds me of me, but when I was 19. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had the anger he has now, but when I was 19. So it kind of made sense. I had nothing. I was angsty. I didn't know as much as I know now. I was very upset. Like, I get it. Like, I agree with him on some things, but he just whacked out. And, I just don't like when people are like, peace and being smart and all these things, and then you're a nutcase. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But
yeah, that's the thing that's really annoying is like he's trying to act like I just want all positive. It's like Ryback. Like, I want nothing but positivity and want everybody to just get together, be friends. But then like the next second he's like, I will fucking come to your house. I will knock your fucking teeth down your throat, and I will drink your fucking blood in front of your kids.
That's exactly what he's like.
Jesus.
That's what he's like. It's weird.
Don't ever fucking put my fucking name in your fucking mouth again. You understand me? I will fucking kill you.
He is cutting a big wrestling promo.
I hope everybody has a great day. God bless. God bless.
I will kill Jim Cornette. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
peace and salutations.
What do you?
I would love to see that.
What was up with him the other day? Now, this is something I haven't been able to get a hold of you guys on yet because I did my video the other day and we heard this from Ryback. And for anybody who missed the videos I did the last couple of days, I mean, you got to watch them. Cornette and Ryback at it again.
But you want to fucking put it on the air? I'm going to put it on the air, bitch. And that's the fucking facts. All these guys busted open. I called into your fucking show. Tommy, you fucking know me. Bubba, you fucking know me. And you let that fat fuck say the fucking lies that he says. Because you're fucking afraid. That little fucking Mark Dave LaGreca. Fuck you.
Dave LaGreca. Dave LaGreca, the four-eyed loser from Busted Open.
And you let that fat fuck say the fucking lies that he says. Because you're fucking afraid. That little fucking Mark Dave LaGreca. Fuck you. Fuck each and every one of you. You sellout motherfuckers. You know the truth. And the truth always wins.
The rage.
I don't need to fucking go learn how to cut a promo. I don't need to learn how to go to fucking work. I'm fucking money. I'm money as is, and I've overcome bullshit my entire life, and this ain't fucking nothing.
Debatable.
So you keep getting your paychecks. You guys can avoid talking to me. Keep my fucking shit suppressed. This shit's fucking gonna fire off at some point, because I ain't fucking quitting till the goddamn motherfucking day I die.
Finish it.
And that's it.
Now can we get to the
Which will
clip
probably
of
be
the
very-
fucking psycho fucking making him look like a pussy? Can we get to that
The
clip
chill-
next?
Let's play
Till the
those
day he
two.
dies, it'll probably be very soon because I'm thinking his heart's about to collapse with all the fucking testosterone he's taking.
What-
I mean, dude,
Steroids.
seriously, that is roid rage to the fucking T, bro. Like, that's exactly what it is.
What
Right, I
killed me,
swear.
though, did you
The
see
Or
what...
crack
he's
on
doing
the
coke.
forehead, it looked like a coconut that had sat in the sun too long and was starting to crack open, but it wasn't fully cracked open.
Listen,
what killed me the other day,
any
though, was what
lawyer-
he said. Did you hear what
any
he said?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
No, go ahead. I was just saying what he said the other day when he said something like, I don't know, like knock knock. Oh, that's what it was. Knock knock. Shell shock. I never heard that before, and I almost lost it. Like, I was watching his whole video, and watch this part right here.
And I'm knock knock shell shock. I'm fucking back. And I just gotta get we're fucking one step away.
I almost fucking spit that all over my keyboard. I did not see that coming, bro.
Knock, knock, shell
Here
shock.
I am, and I'm knock knock
That's actually
shell
pretty
shock.
funny.
I'm fucking back, and I just got to get. We're fucking one step away from getting cleared.
I almost lost it, bro.
No, you're not. Who gives a fuck? So what? You get cleared and you go wrestle in front of like 20 people in fucking ISW or whatever the fuck. Nobody gives a shit. Listen, Ryback, okay, maybe he'll do more than that. I'm sorry. That's little mean, but still. Ryback was over in 2012 and a little bit of 2013, but that is the extent of it. All right, he had a few good matches. Hell, he was in the first ever Shield match. Like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they all had their first match with Ryback. All right, so just think about that. So yes, he does have some sort of talent, but he's acting like he's money. He's not money. And he's acting like, oh, you know me. You fucking know me. Like, dude, you haven't done anything in like 6 years. Like, nobody cares about you. Nobody treats you like you're a legitimate guy. That's why nobody talks to you, because you're a fucking nutcase who pretends to be stalked and then fucking eats chips on the fucking live stream like a maniac while you do steroids and coke.
Who puts the guy that threatens him on the air every day and then brings the guy up
He's
every
doing-
day? Can you imagine? Like,
He's doing that shit for ratings, Cronin. Have you not figured this out yet?
He is, but that's why I don't even think it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's real either.
That's my thing. Is I said I don't think it's real because I think it's all for a show to build some kind of interest that he doesn't have, because like it's dude.
Joe on.
And the
Joe,
guy's
honestly,
putting the guy's
he's pulling a
face out there.
warrior.
He's doing the warrior.
He's pulling a warrior. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's pulling an ultimate
Only the
warrior.
was credible, and everybody liked the warrior. Like,
Not really.
the warrior
I mean, not
could draw.
Not
really.
really.
I
No.
mean, not in terms of like they liked him as a person, but the Warrior was an over fucking gimmick who was a multiple time champion. He main evented WrestleMania. Like, the Warrior was a well-known established name. So when he acted like a psycho, people actually wanted him to get better so he could come back or do something. Ryback, nobody gives a fuck. People don't give a shit if he goes crazy and fucking loses his mind and kills 6 people and then dies. All right, nobody cares if he does that.
At this point right now, he's not even remotely welcome back to WWE. He already called out the boss. He already called out Hunter. He already called out most of the suits on the 4th floor. So even if they try to welcome back, and yes, they say, oh, it's best for business. But what is best for business of Ryback coming back to the WWE?
Look,
I don't,
about it.
dude. Listen, I don't even care about that. I have no problem with him going back anywhere. I don't even care. Like, he is valuable in some way to go back somewhere. I'm not going to take that away from him. But he himself is just wacky, bro. I find him fascinatingly bizarre. Like, you know what I mean?
To be
like,
fair,
dude, he
none of
lied
us
to
could
me.
physically take anything away from Ryback. Let's be honest about
Really,
that.
I don't
okay?
hate on. I'm not one of these people. See, that's the funny thing. He rants on the people that hate him.
You are.
He rants on people that hate him. No, I call it. Listen, I call out his character, but I don't even know what he's doing, dude. 1 minute I think it's all he's working us. That I almost feel like he's a lot like me. Actually, it's weird. It's like he's working us, and then he's telling us the truth.
Not.
He's telling us the truth about stuff. But what it might be is that he is an idiot. Like that's really what it actually might be. Is that he's just an idiot. But that's
Joe,
fine.
when you finally own up to being his troll, he might actually meet you in a ring, and then
this guy's leaking the guy's face and everything everywhere. So this guy, like, I mean, Ryback's putting out a guy's face and name and saying this guy's in trouble with the FBI. Meanwhile, this guy's doxing him on his own show, and he's keeping him on the air and putting him on the air. But meanwhile, I'm banned. Think about just use that as the visualization. What did I ever do to Ryback, right? What did I do? I called him a pussy. I called him a bitch. Okay, that's what this guy's called him too, and other people have called him that. What else have I done to Ryback? Right? You were
like his first introduction into this, so that's why it hit him.
But dude, think about this. He will not. If you mention my name, you're blocked. You're banned, and he won't even. He won't even mention.
Hasn't moved on from.
But why? Why would he not move on from this guy? Why would he put on the air a guy who says his mother's address and stuff like that? Think about that.
Because it's obviously fake. I mean, I was arguing with somebody in the comments. I was arguing with somebody in the YouTube comments of one of his videos where he was talking about a stalker, and I was like, dude, it's fake. He's like, yeah, why? Why do you think it's fake with no evidence? I'm like, dude, any fucking attorney would advise Ryback to do the exact opposite of what he is doing. Like no lawyer would say, hey, you know what, it's a good, you know what, just keep talking to him on your live stream and getting to shouting matches with him and start saying that you're gonna get hitmen to kill him or something, because that is best for your fucking case.
Dude,
nobody would say that.
I'm going to get people in jail to basically kill and hurt and rape the guy or something. That's what he was saying on his live stream. I'm going to show people in jail. But the thing that gets me about that is that's the same thing he said about Pat Buck, that he's going to get him fired. So it's very similar. So is he this stupid and it's real? It's all real and he's just stupid. Stupid.
He's one of two things. He's either working the fuck out of a guy, and it's a fucking good thing that we're questioning it right now. Like, wait, is this real? Or like y'all just said, he's a fucking moron. I think he's a moron. I think we're getting worked, honestly.
Right? Because
he's smarter than we're giving, and then he's smarter than we fucking say.
No, he's a moron, and we're getting worked because, for one, like, yes, this is interesting. But making a fucking fake stalker story and getting this serious and saying the shit that he's saying, and then thinking that like anybody who has like a professional wrestling promotion would want to hire him when he's acting like a fucking delusional psychopath, and he's calling out Booker T and saying he's a stupid fucking piece of shit, and he's calling out one of the Dudley boys. I mean, he's fucking stupid.
Well, here's a problem he has, right?
Booker T would beat his ass.
Let's name a big problem.
Booker T would kick the shit out of him.
There's a big problem right now, right? WWE doesn't like him, doesn't like what he's doing. That he is right about that. But here's the thing. He is now in a fight with Booker T, who's a WWE guy, right? And they already don't like him, and Triple H don't like him, and that sort of thing. So he's kind of fucked there. Then AEW, well, Pat Buck doesn't like him, obviously, because he threatened to lose Pat Buck's job. So, and the stuff that they did when they worked together, right? So Pat Buck, by the way, I just want to say, Sneaker Addict, work with Ryback. That guy thinks that Ryback's a psycho, right? So he worked with Ryback for 2 seconds. I reached out to Sneaker, and I told him, I said, dude, be careful. This guy's fucking nuts. And Sneaker was like, no, man, I don't know what you're talking about. 3 months later, holy shit, Joe was right. So everybody that ever worked with Ryback, and I know there's going to be people, everybody that worked with you, Joe. No, there's only some people. It's only half the people. And the reason is because people have egos, and they're egotistical, and they're egomaniacs, and we all are. And those alpha personalities clash, and people get into fights and arguments, and that does happen everywhere with everybody all the time. It's a natural thing. But dude, it's like everybody he's ever worked with. Does he have anybody really? It's all new people right now. Here's the thing. He pissed off Pat Buck and Mark Henry. He's in a thing with Mark Henry, too. Mark Henry's like, fuck this guy. Mark Henry's over at AEW. So Mark Henry's an enemy, AEW. Pat Buck, AEW. Booker T, WWE. I mean, where is he going to go? He's like pissed off the whole company. You think Tony Khan loves Ryback? Tony Khan doesn't love Ryback. Tony Khan didn't grow up with nostalgia about Ryback. Tony Khan saw Ryback, not that long ago, wrestling in WWE. Okay, but it's not Goldberg. I'm sure Tony Khan would like Goldberg or somebody like that. Does he want Ryback? Not that much. I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, I'd sign Ryback. But guess what? You'd piss off a quarter of your locker room because a lot of those guys don't like him. So Ryback is doing what I've done, right? The mistake, in a way, it's a mistake, right? Like, I didn't think about, I'm going to go on and bury wrestling while trying to be a commentator in wrestling. Well, guess what's going to happen? All these people that don't like the things that Joe Cronin said about their wrestling are going to tell people this guy's a scumbag, and they'll never even consider me as a commentator. Even Road Dogg told me, he was like, man, Joe, if only you would work, like, you wouldn't always work so blue. He's like, there's so much he's like, it's so hard to get this stuff knocked away, all the things you've said about all the whatever. And Road Dogg said that to me. So it's like, dude, so Ryback is doing that same thing where it's like, okay, no one's got interest in me. Well, fuck it. I got to do a show that's entertaining, so I'll bury people. And you're building the wall even further, but what else are you going to do? Because if you just come on and say, I'm a nice guy, I'm Ryback, this is my show, nobody watches it because they're like, this isn't interesting. And he's not getting hired anywhere either, so hey, I might as well come on and bury people in shoots. And then at least people will talk about me, but that buries the guy even further, so you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, once you do a show like what we're doing right now, and you say the things that like me and Joe and Ryback have said, there's no going back. You're not going to be able to do anything really big and professional. You're going to have to stick to this niche type of audience of degenerate assholes who like drama and like fighting and like curse words and slurs and racist jokes. Because you're not going to be accepted in the big professional PC world now. Like WWE.
Go ahead, tell him. Go ahead, tell him, Finn. Tell him.
Hey, Lukey, Daddy said you're a butthead.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking to me? Talking to me? Who's that?
That was
Which one is that?
That was Finn.
I think he just broke his podcast cherry.
Called you a...
Hey, Finn, how did it feel... How did it feel for when Joe Biden smelled you earlier, huh?
I think Rostava was smelling my kid right there with that comment.
Excuse me?
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
smells real corny, just like his comedy.
You're sick. No, but no, I think. Oh my God, I just saw the video of Biden again. Ugh.
Yeah, wrestling bookers to Ryback is like Hunter Biden to his niece. Like, would he fuck her? Yeah, but do any of them actually love him? No.
No, like Booker T, or not Booker T. Ryback, yes, he would be. I think he could be entertaining, and he can have good matches. But at the end of the day, he's not that big of a draw, and he's a fucking nut job. So he's not worth the liability of even hiring him.
You're not that guy, dude. You're not that guy.
I got a hypothetical
you're not that
for
guy.
everybody.
You're not that
Let's put all
guy,
this bullshit.
dude.
Let's put this bullshit with Ryback aside. If he went to AEW, y'all don't think he would be a bigger star than what he is now?
For sure. Sure.
No, he'd be like Moro or Miro, whatever the fuck his name is.
Moro Ronaldo?
No. Rusev. I know his name is Miro, but yeah, he would become him. He would stand in the background. You'd see him every once in a while. He would have like the first few months he'd be like involved in storylines, but after that he'd probably just become a nothing character and then get released or something.
I disagree.
If you do sign him, you got to bring him in and put him in a tag team with Brian Cage and let them just murder people.
I'd see that.
Make him somebody's bodyguard, but like he's really, really stupid. And so like the bodyguard needs to be like told how to protect the guy, but he's like, oh dude, I'm sorry, I'm just a dumb fuck, bro.
Is he still married to Lana?
Yes.
Rusev? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's still clapping them cheeks.
Hell yeah, dude.
I would like to see Ryback and Powerhouse Hobbs have a freaking match, honestly. One dumbass versus another dumbass.
Anybody see the big pop that fucking LA Knight got last night? It was huge, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge.
L.A. Knight. Hey, what is Joe? What did you think of Kevin Nash's comments on L.A. Knight saying that he's basically just a Rock ripoff?
I didn't agree. Well, actually, I said that Kevin Nash is wrong. I think he's a Rock. Well, he's not right. He's not wrong, but I think it's more accurate to say that. I think it's more like LA Knight is more like Stone Cold and The Rock mixed. You know, he's got the swagger in a way somewhat of Stone Cold and The Rock. He's very similar to both. You know, people used to say this about Cena too, that Cena was like the new Rock or something. All I know is that like guys like Ric Flair were emulated so much, and so many successful people cut promos all like each other at that time in the 80s. It doesn't bother me because I'm entertained by the guy, and he does have some similarities to definitely. He is like The Rock and Stone Cold era type of stuff, you know, nowadays. But so I don't mind it. But no, so Kevin's not wrong, but he's like, I don't think it's a negative thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, I don't know if my comments on that are why Kevin Nash followed me on Twitter. I don't know if that's like he heard that and he's like, let me see what else this dickhead says. But I'm not sure. But I was surprised to see.
I feel like Kevin Nash would like your channel more than he'd like somebody like he definitely would hate Solid Monster and JD. He would hate them.
Maybe, I don't know, man.
What wrestler doesn't hate JD? Let's be real.
That's true.
Here's the thing with JD that really aggravates me, and I won't talk too much about him, but he is right a lot of the times. Like, his opinions do make sense, but he is such a fucking dickwad asshole that you're just compelled to be like, fuck this guy, fuck his favorite wrestler. It's fucking stupid.
I just don't like how I don't like how he
lies.
lies.
Though, if your opinion, it doesn't matter how you come off, but as long as if the opinion is right and he is 100% right about what he's talking about, you can be as much of a prick as you want to be.
You're right. I don't even mind that, dude. I don't mind it. What I don't like is that he's a liar. Like when he talks shit about me to Sean Ross Cyclops that pisses him off, and then I go, but dude, you make fun of this guy all the time, and then he calls me a liar. But even just the other night, he goes, "Oh, go watch Boring Fightful." That's what he constantly says on his fucking show is, go watch that boring-ass Sean Ross Sapp or go watch Boring Fightful. He said it 1,000,000 times. I've got 1,000,000 clips of it. Yet the guy says that I'm lying about that to Sean Ross. So he's a little snarky, skeevy, fake fuck. It's like, no, you say this all the time about Sean Ross, and you're right, because Sean Ross' show sucks, and Sean Ross sucks, and he's a fucking, his eyes are too close together, and Denise Salad Tosser's a boring cunt, and everything he does is retarded, and he's ripping people off. But you can't even admit that you say this. I'm not afraid to tell you this is like going to see Ryback at WrestleCon. JD was like, I don't know if we should do this, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to walk right up to Ryback.
No, you know what?
And I'm going to stare at him and I'm going to fucking tell him, hey man, sorry, bro. And then I'm going to ask him for an autograph at the end of it. And then the dirt sheets are going to say that I wanted an autograph with Ryback. No, I didn't. I never
fucking
did.
Idiot.
All I did was walk up to him. That's what I did. He wanted to walk away from him. This guy's a fucking dude. And then here's the thing. I'm not afraid to listen. I don't think you have to apologize all the time when you didn't do anything wrong, right? He said something about Shotzi being bald and being like, "Oh, that looks stupid. WWE's nuts. They're out of their minds. This is Vince's idea." Oh, it turns out her sister has cancer and she shaved her head. Okay, so he tweeted that out before he knew that she had done that. So it's obviously a mistake. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't know, right? So no problem.
Yes.
But dude,
I agree with that.
But still, even though you didn't know, like, the internet's going nuts, yes, you can laugh at the internet and you can make fun of these troll bags and you don't need to worry about it. You didn't really do anything wrong. But, dude, that is one instance where I would say, obviously, I didn't know this. I feel bad that I said that now. It looks bad, but I didn't know, so I didn't do anything wrong, really. But I apologize, obviously, and I hope her sister's okay. And obviously, that's a very, touching thing to do. I'm sorry if my comments made people upset. Obviously, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have said it otherwise. Anyway, let's move on.
No, bro, he shouldn't have even. He shouldn't have to apologize for that. He could be like, I didn't know. But, like, why would he need to apologize? Like, I heard...
because
You know the great one, right? You know the great one, the guy who reviews wrestling.
Yeah,
He's
he
got
looks
the
like
accent.
a guy whose head hasn't finished developing. Yes, I'm friends with him.
Well, he said something about. That's a good comment. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
No, he said something like, but you guys really should grow. He was talking about the Shotzi thing, and he's like, you should really grow up or something. It's like, grow up. Do you think everybody fucking like knows everything about Shotzi's life? Like, how was like some ignoramus makes a dumb comment on the Shotzi hair thing, which isn't even that big of a deal. Like, I don't know why you would assume Vince has something to do with that, but still, it's like, how the fuck was he supposed to know that has something to do with her sister having cancer?
Exactly. Well, because these people on the internet are retards and they just want to flip out over anything in virtue signal. Here's where my animosity comes from. My animosity comes from this, right? This fucking guy's a scumbag, and the reason why is because every single time I can't help it, dude. I want to do the right thing. That's why when he didn't really do anything wrong with Alexa Bliss, I defended him, even though he doesn't like me. He wished that I would get in trouble and screwed. He cheered when I lost my Twitter the first time because he said, maybe you shouldn't say stupid things on Twitter and you wouldn't lose your Twitter. That's what JD said to me. Maybe you shouldn't say stupid things or break the terms of service on Twitter. Yet he does it all the time. So my point is, dude, I've stuck up for him, even though we're not friends and I don't even like him and he don't like me and whatever. I've stuck up for him because it's the right thing to do. I don't believe what they were doing to him was right, and I stuck up for him. But this time, I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done with this person. Because, like, dude, he hopes that I'm in trouble for all kinds of things. So why am I going to come on Twitter now and be like, you didn't understand? Nah, fuck him, bro. I hope these massive amounts of people, I hope he loses his Twitter once or loses something. I've lost everything 1,000,000 times, and he goes, you deserve it. Okay. Well, guess what? You've said the weird thing is I've said crazy stuff in a comedy fashion on my show. A lot of the things he says like in actual anger, it seems like. So I would love to see him lose something.
That's the difference between you and him, is that you're a good person and you actually show compassion and you care because you used to know JD on a more personal level, so you wouldn't want to see him get attacked by people on the internet and get called a fucking piece of shit and a misogynist. You wanted to stick up for him. Because you're a good dude and you're a good person. Fucking JD is a scumbag piece of shit. All right, and you're going, well, I don't know. I all of our moral compasses are askew like you're fucking Corey Graves. But no, seriously, dude, compared to JD, you are a fucking model citizen because JD is the most narcissistic, selfish person. He makes me look like a good person in comparison, bro.
Yeah, look, if you haven't watched Monetize This, episodes 300 through 419, you can check out this same exact rant against JD. But moving on, definitely.
You check out any episode that Nerdy's on, you can see a clip of him sitting on the couch, fucking not saying anything, letting the big boys talk, because as soon as he opens his mouth, he exposes to everybody that he's not fit to be a co-host.
Why would I sit here in a conversation that's been had?
Sit here in a conversation.
The same thing. And then Luke, as I go to make a point, will talk over me because he knows I'm making a point. No, I agree with everything that you all just said. It's just been said 1,000 times. That's all I'm saying.
I do agree.
What point were you going to make?
He is right. We are going in circles throughout the years. It's just, it comes up again because it always happens, dude. This is what it's like. I didn't create this. The internet did. Yeah. I think I think everybody's wrong, but I would like to see something. I'll be honest. I'd like to see something eventually happen to the guy where he goes, oh shit. Because at this point, he thinks he's untouchable. He really has been. How have I been touched so many times? Think about it. Like, how have I been?
I mean, that is crazy. You were adopted. But
yeah,
I mean,
that is true. I mean, he said worse stuff.
Isn't there like parents in a mental asylum?
Joe, you know what'd be funny?
Yes.
What if Jesse Ventura sang the song from Sound of Music that goes like, raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites the vet.
You know what I'd rather sing about? I'd rather sing the Aretha Franklin song called Any...
whose mother heard in her head before she smashed the brains of 3 babies.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God, Jesus
Just a little bit.
Shit,
I was trying to relate it to your mom
You
being
watched
psycho.
Triple Mania tonight. Kenny Omega wrestled.
Triple Mania, Kenny Omega wrestled. What?
Yeah, I just said that earlier. Yeah.
Wait, Triple Mania was tonight? I thought it happened like a month ago.
Yeah, dude. I told you I watched a little bit of AAA also. Yeah.
Oh wow, who can miss Triple Mania?
Triple Gania, am I right?
I thought. Wait a minute, no, but I'm serious. I thought Triple Mania was last month. Am I what the fuck? What the hell, dude? Like that was a year ago. Like what is going on? And like,
There's a lot of wrestling tonight, bro.
I was telling
G1 is
telling
going on?
Joe, do you remember the old Vampiro clip on AAA where the referee kept fucking up and Vampiro was just losing it on the commentary? He's like, this fucking referee sucks so much. He sucks so much. And Matt Striker's just like, well, obviously the referee doesn't seem to know how fast to count. Oh, yeah. He's just trying to save any bit of like professionalism of the show.
That is pretty funny.
JD,
Play the fucking music.
JD,
play the fucking music.
Play my music.
Come on, play my music,
it's
bro.
the
Like,
music that's
that
gonna tell the people that there's something serious going on.
It feels good. I like it. Alex, but I wanted to know.
The brain damage is a for sure fucking thing that you have.
I wanted to know.
Chase, is it hard living life knowing that you're a failure in your parents' eyes?
Oh my God.
You never really did what they wanted you to do, right? You haven't.
It's beating down.
It's funny because he's being dead serious. He's like, I will fucking murder you. And that's the funniest part.
I will kill you.
She carries as well, Chase, so nobody's going to hesitate to put you out of your misery if you keep this up.
Let's make a...
No. You realize you're done now, right?
You're done.
You're done.
We're going to let you keep going.
You're fucking done.
Finish
Where have I heard that before?
This fight done.
You were done last week. You were done the week before, and you were done 3 weeks before that.
Put her in a situation like that, Chase.
Medium well done.
Where you at?
He's gonna. It's us. He's got his own stock.
Where are you at?
I promise you to fucking God I will.
You do?
Yes, I swear to fucking God.
How do you think you're going to do that, Chase?
Fucking bored.
God. Suck your dick.
Oh, yeah?
She's gonna have something.
Oh yeah.
Something in common with
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you like it? You like it on there?
Watching you, and he stole your Scott McKinnon idea.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does think like let him say all this stuff so he's like recording it for the FBI for real. Maybe that's really what's going on.
And then they'll be like, then the FBI will be like, did you say that you were gonna get animals to rape him in prison?
No, what they're gonna do is what Ryback is gonna find out is that they really don't do anything, and like he doesn't understand. He thinks he's special, that he gets to work with the FBI and someone's gonna actually do something. No, they're not gonna do anything because they never do it. You know, they haven't been doing it forever.
Don't tell our audience that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when
Like,
you call the FBI, they have like a special like department for the for this community.
Yeah, they have a special monetize this.
I got one person.
Yeah, and it's
one
just some
person's gone
fucking.
down.
It's just some dork just sitting in a basement with like fucking piles and piles of paper of just trying to document each and every fucking doxing or like this person said he's gonna kill this person's family, and like. It goes nowhere. Nothing happens, bro. Like nobody gives a shit. The FBI's not gonna do anything. Like I hate people who are like, I'm gonna bring the FBI into this. I'm gonna bring the feds into this because, like, don't you think the FBI has more important things to worry about than the stalker of Ryback?
Right, because
that may or may not even be real.
Every single YouTube person almost has a stalker. You think they're working on all of them? You know what I mean? Come on.
No. Listen, when they see my case, when they see my name, they will drop everything. Because I'm a star. I make money.
I make money because I'm a star. Because I'm the best thing
I'm
that's going on in the wrestling world today.
I'm gonna eat a hamburger and fuck myself. Live.
I'm gonna eat a bunch of Taco Bell and hopefully I don't shit my pants.
Oh, dude, I want.
What
Taco
happened to
Bell.
everybody on this call? There was like 700 people.
Well, you guys are doing good. I was just gonna say, like, Trump was at
Thanks.
UFC last weekend, and what was interesting was seeing not him, but all the celebrities behind him having to act like natural because they were, sitting next to people that they had never seen. Like David Spade looked really awkward because he was sitting alone, just kind of looking around.
And they misspelled Rey Mysterio's name on the graphics.
Yeah, they fucked that up.
Ray question mark.
How'd they spell it? How'd they spell it?
That's hilarious.
Rey Mysterio.
R-A-Y.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Close enough.
Which song do you like better? The current one he has, or the Who's That Jumping Off the Boat?
The original one,
His
yeah.
old school one, bro. The one he did.
How did they change that?
Off the top rope to the up below, and next thing you
I guess
know,
they changed.
I
I guess
guess sounds like circus
what you
music
make
to
it do,
me.
you lay your on your back.
They changed it because they're like, they changed it because it's like, oh, jumped off the boat. Like, what is he committing suicide or something?
Well, no, he got POD to do his theme, and then they sort of kind of remixed that after Mania 22. So yeah.
Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Hey, booyaka, booyaka.
When he first
asshole.
debuted, like here's the thing, I didn't watch WCW or ECW prior to that, but like when he first debuted, I think what was his first match was with Chavo Guerrero. Like that match was pretty freaking solid, and then he had a big program with Kurt, and then he jobbed, and like the first couple years for Rey Mysterio, that was my favorite time watching.
Wait, because he lost the match?
No, yeah, he did a job to Kurt Angle at SummerSlam 2002.
You said he jobbed. He didn't job.
Yeah, he didn't job.
Oh no, he lost to an established world champion at the time.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone was complaining. Everyone was complaining that he was that he lost and everything like that. And again, I'm not complaining that Angle went over. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, again, that's what he had to do in order to sort of kind of get the respect from the
Listen, 2002, from 2002 to like 2003 or 4, Kurt Angle was without a doubt the best in the world. You could even say that he was the best in the world in like throughout all the 2000s because, man, dude, some of my favorite matches. Speaking of Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle, No Mercy 2002. Fucking Kurt Angle, Benoit versus Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, for the titles. The titles.
Is honestly, and also those titles are beautiful. Like probably the best tag team championships we've ever gotten. But what a match. I think that might be one of my favorite matches of all time. And you just watch that match and you compare it to all these so-called 5+ star or 6-star fucking New Japan tag team matches or Young Buck tag team matches. And you tell me which one's better. Because this match, fucking the No Mercy match, didn't have constant super kick spamming and no selling. It was a fucking match that had a variety of different moves and it told a fucking story and was entertaining and popped the crowd. And bro, that is just professional wrestling, bro. So I suggest anybody to go watch that match.
For me personally, I like the 2 out of 3 falls match better that they had on SmackDown. That was my favorite out of that match. Out of those guys fighting.
I like the ending better, but then again, I also didn't mind Angle and Benoit winning.
Well, yeah, no. The one with Angle and Benoit as the champions going in and facing.
No,
Mysterio,
yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, that match to me, I just felt like there was more. It was more solid. 2 out of 3 falls, I think it was. They cheat to get the second fall, and they're again that match to me felt more dramatic than the one that they had at the pay-per-view.
All I'm saying, and I love early 2000 wrestling. Here's the only thing that's a problem going back and watching it, and it's also for Attitude Era wrestling too. It's like, finally, yes, this guy won the belt, finally. And then like a week later, he'll lose it. And then only for him to win it like a month later.
It depends on who was the champion and what direction they were going creatively. Like, for example, like when Kane won the title against Austin in the first blood match, that's following Hell in a Cell. Okay. And then the other thing is, it's like they put the belt on Kane mainly because they did that mainly for shock value to say what's going to happen tomorrow night on Raw. That's what they did mainly at pay-per-views. And then, of course, the pay-per-view after that was fully loaded. Undertaker and Austin beat Mankind and Kane for the belts, for the tag belts. And that's been,
great tag team match.
I mean, it was solid, but again, was it something you wanted to see in the main event? Well, it's arguable.
It was a B-level pay-per-view leading up to what the next.
He had
story
some of the
was gonna
biggest
be.
stars
It
at the
did
time.
its job. It did
Hit
its
some of the
job.
biggest stars at the time right there, wrestling. So yeah, I think it could main event a pay-per-view. Also, here's what I hear a lot from people who like review older wrestling matches, like from the Attitude Era or whatever, and they're like, this match is great. The crowd. Well, I mean, this match is okay. The crowd were into it. The storyline was amazing. The star power is great. But when it comes to the work rate, it wasn't the best. I don't like the term work rate because it's obviously a fucking douchey term that people who watch Dave Meltzer love to throw around.
Like 20 years ago, you
Luke,
can't
just be
compare
honest. It's a
work
bunch of.
rate.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna fucking talk shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, work rate is like. It's I don't know. Like, are we gonna say that Kenny Omega worked any harder than Shawn Michaels? Like, and that's why he has more 5-star matches.
Or Shawn Michaels worked any harder than Ric Flair, or Ric Flair didn't work as any harder as Harley Race. You know what I mean? Like, there's different eras and different people with different styles, and also based on the way how they were trained. So it's not the same.
It just infuriates me because.
Remember when there was an era of Monetize This where.
Oh God!
You were shamed. You were shamed. Birdman knows what I'm talking about. He's one of the only old frogs here. Jesse does too. But when you were shamed for bringing up wrestling on Monetize This, do you guys remember that?
Hang on, that is when Monetize Friday and wrestling is on Saturdays now. So we're gonna. I agree, nerdy, but we have to. Guys, correct me. What's the word I'm looking for?
I didn't say any
Run with
position.
what we got.
I didn't say any position.
Maybe it's called evolving. Maybe it's called changing. I know Nerdy wants everything to stay the same and everything to be the boring same, and he's going to make sure that Monetize This goes back to the way it was and never evolves and never transforms into something bigger. That's what I want to do. When I win the Monetize This championship, I'm going to elevate not only that title, but this entire show. I'm going to help everybody out on this call. Nerdy, I want to help you out, but you cannot get my advice. You cannot get my guidance if you're champion, which is not going to happen. I need that title. Do you understand me? Do you understand me, Nerdy?
I think you think that you need the title. What I will say is that if I have the title, the old frogs in the chat, the old people will know that Monetize This was not really meant to discuss wrestling as in depth as we are going in its origination. I'm not saying it should be or it shouldn't be. I'm just saying that if I get the belt, we will be talking about more fun shit like, I don't know, retards committing crimes or like, I don't know, white fights, people fighting each other, stuff like that.
We could talk about that stuff right now.
After the way Luke Rojas just talked to you, you need a fucking cum rag, bro. Come on.
It's okay, J-Manis, it's okay. This is what Nerdy does because he's afraid of me. He'll make his little shitty comments on my YouTube channel, and I told him this. Because he watches my YouTube channel all the time. I have yet to see one video of this dude. I've yet to see one video of this dude. And, I get it. He's obsessed. Mr. Pico's obsessed. I don't even know what these guys are doing post the show. Like, honestly, for all I care, Nerdy doesn't even exist when I'm not on the show. Because it's like he's so irrelevant to me. But I clearly live rent-free in his head. Same with Mr. Pico and same with all the other haters. And apparently this D Wallace, D guy, he is like all over me. I don't know. He's talking mad crap. I don't think he's even donated once tonight, probably because I don't even want to say anything mean to this guy because I think he's just confused,
Look, if you want to see Luke Rojas's 25-minute long promo video, it is linked on the Monetize This subreddit. Check that out, where you can see him talk about me for 30 minutes and just make up a bunch of bullshit about how he's the best. You could do that, or you could vote for me on Monetize This 420. I'll have the belt, and we'll talk about fun stuff instead of wrestling for 3 hours.
And you know what? Custer brings up a good point. Good point, and that's what I'm going to do. We are going to bring back the rant line. And The rant line is coming back. And, you know, I know Nerdy is now going to steal that idea and say, I was going to bring back the rant line too. But no, it's my idea and Custer's idea, and we're going to trademark it. And if Nerdy tries to use it, we're going to sue him.
Why don't you bring the clothesline and hang yourself from it?
They,
Can we keep that? I think that would be I think that would be a good time to say if you have any rants, send them in the Joe Discord. Joe Cronin will play them if you have any rants about anything.
If you got any rants
have going on, so send them.
If you've got any rants, call up Discord right now. Someone drop the link. Come on and fucking yell at me, yell at Nerdy, yell at Pico. Oh, wait a second. Nobody cares about Pico.
You know what? The first rant or the first rant line, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put this out there. Why not? Let's get a woman's perspective.
Oh,
let's get a woman's perspective. I would actually.
Rose, why don't you do us the honor?
No. I'm actually curious. I'm actually curious what a woman would like to rant about. That's not only
you're curious what a woman tastes like.
Look, if you don't know what the fuck they're talking about and you want to post your rant line to a real source where people will see it, go ahead and post it to Monetize this subreddit where we'll check it out live on the show right now. You don't have to wait an hour and a half or whatever it is.
And while Joe right now is meditating or whatever, I don't know what he's doing. I am gonna go get some. I'm gonna go get some fucking food. I'm gonna go smoke some weed. So I'm going to let you guys hold down the fort, but most importantly, I want to give Mr. Pico the chance to talk, because last week when I left and gave him the chance to take my spot, you saw how wonderful he did. He was magical on the show. So right now,
your spot is fucking pile of cum.
Okay, that was a good one, bud. That was good. You're learning. You're learning, you know? Like last week, it was nothing but dead air after dead air after dead air, but that one almost got a chuckle out of me.
I just got through fucking. I was unprepared.
Pico cooking.
Pico came in hot with the clothesline joke too.
Pico,
that was
you got the floor. What you got?
Pico, do you think that Luke, when you said that joke about Luke hanging himself by a clothesline, did you actually want him to do that?
No, I actually wanted him to be a shower curtain off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because a clothesline would snap right away if Luke tried to put his full body weight on it. It'd have to be some way thicker. But yeah,
especially if it's got his mom's panties hanging from it too.
I don't think
what's happening. Yeah, don't.
I'm trying. I'll look it up. News. We don't have dead air. Hang on.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't let Luke be right, y'all. He leave the show and y'all just.
I'm trying to. I'm looking up.
Jay, you literally. Before Mr. Pico even finished his sentence, you started talking and saying Luke left the show and now there's nothing but dead air. You didn't even let Mr. Pico finish his sentence before you started that thought.
Everybody's got an unstable internet. So.
Do you realize that, Jay?
Yeah, I do realize that what you said means nothing to me. I do realize that.
So it'd be like me cutting you off and then saying, why is there so much dead air in the middle, right before you? It's like, okay, all you're doing is just trying to make Luke Rojas sound right, which is definitely something Luke Rojas does when he talks.
Nerdy, how's that problem you've been having?
I personally don't know what I'm struggling with more, like you finishing the sentence or like listening to it. I'm like right in the middle though. You might be able to swing me either way. Keep going.
What do you have, like half a pair of Dre Beats on your head or something? What's going on? What do you mean you can't hear me?
Nerdy, how's that problem you've been having? You mentioned it last week.
Jay Menace, are you the sports guy in here? Of
course I am.
I figured that. What are your thoughts on the NBA draft this year? And who's going to who? And who do you look forward to dominating the season?
Of course,
the white guys suck.
I'm gonna keep my biases to myself.
No biased opinions.
Hey, yeah, with my Rockets fandom, I'm gonna try to keep that to myself. I already spoke last week on how I don't like that shit. But as far as the draft goes, Spurs did good, obviously.
So, yeah, Mr. Pico, don't let Luke Rojas be right with all that dead air.
No, I asked you a question, and then Jay jumped in with his NBA chat.
In the middle of a conversation, let's go ahead and just, hey, Mr. Pico, what do you think about the NFL draft? Because you're a sports
already mentioned
guy, right?
the NBA draft.
Forget the other two people that were in the middle of the call or conversation.
Well, I was
Hey,
waiting
Nerdy.
for you to answer your
Nerdy,
question about your ass hair dilemma from last week. Remember?
Oh.
You said you had an excess ass hair.
Yes, my forest of ass hair. Yeah, it is an
Hey, Nerdy.
issue. I
Nerdy,
would invite
I just
I
want to
would
say,
invite
bro,
Birdman or Jay Menace. I'd invite Birdman to talk about it, but he wasn't here last week, and he's rarely ever here. So I don't know why he comes on and
I have a
thinks that
job
he can
and a life.
co-host, thinks that he can
And my
just
thoughts on
talk
the
over
NBA
us like
draft are that the
we
white
haven't been
guys
here in the
suck.
last 10
I have
weeks.
a job and a life.
hey,
bro.
nerdy. I have one question for you, bro. And you know I love you. I'm not trying to come at you, but I have to be real with you.
Let's do
At
it.
what point or at what time does it make sense to you if you have a problem with something I did to do the exact same thing that you said I have a problem with to prove a point? That is like damn near the most feminine shit I have ever seen you do.
Because you
Why
didn't
would you feel
apologize
like
for
that
it.
would be- Why would you
If
feel
you
like that
said
would be
you're,
the valid way to do this?
if you had said you're right, I'm sorry, then I would. But you didn't. In fact, you kind of just pretended like it didn't happen. So
Okay, this is a love-making room,
point
okay? No
of how
more
annoying
fighting.
it is, and then for Birdman to double down and change the subject and pretend like we weren't in the middle of a conversation, so he could talk about an NBA draft was a little weird too.
No, and that was wrong. I didn't mean to talk over y'all, for real. Like, but again, if we gonna go at it, then we can go at it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the bullshit. I'm just
The
saying.
the 7'5" guy will be good.
Doing the thing that somebody says they have a problem with you doing back to them is very childish. We're not gonna get nowhere, dog.
I won't say it's childish. I will say it is beta and it is childish. Actually, you're right. I'll give you that one. And you know it's
all right.
You know it's manly. You know it's manly is admitting when you're wrong. And you know what? I was wrong for doing that. Sorry.
All right. So yeah, again, we just went in a circle. All right, so nerdy, yeah, come on. Like, what? Hey, did we already do your segment that you wanted to do? Like, did we already?
No.
Nerdy's girl likes it when you go in a circle.
That's a good. You know what? Because Luke Rojas flounders whenever Joe isn't here. This might be a good time to run by my segment at least.
No, Luke Rojas eats flounder when Joe's not.
Thanks, Mr. Pico. You realize that if I didn't stop talking and let you try to land that joke, we would have just been talking over each other and nobody would have heard anything.
Whatever.
Everybody sit in the silence so Mr. Pico Boulevard can realize what he did. Thank you. Okay.
Damn.
Oh, look who's back.
Thank God.
Oh, I was just loving. I actually been back, but I was muted because I was enjoying listening to the struggle of you people try to communicate with each other.
Yeah,
it was actually entertaining to me. Like I was sitting here laughing, like let's see if they figure out how to like have a conversation, or we'll figure it out. And I was betting with myself in my head, you know, but
I tried and I got cut off. So
yeah.
You tried by cutting somebody else off and then got mad when it happened to you.
It's
That's
all right.
Bird.
God is back.
You're making no sense.
That's right. Nerdy is kind of sounds like a. I know that, but he's got, you know, he tries to have good ideas. And Jay Menace, you know, his volume was like low, so I couldn't hear him. It's not his fault. I had him down lower. It was my fault. So that's all fixed now. Rojas is now also making out with his sister somewhere, which that's fine too. We're not going to judge here, but we are going to go back to Biden for a quick second. I just want to, every once in a while in the show tonight, you know, for about 20 seconds or less, we're just going to remember that this happened real quickly. Oh, my God.
There's nothing more unifying.
Look at her. Look at how terrified she is.
Get this pedophile away from
That's not too far off for the Dalai Lama.
A little bizarre. A little bizarre.
Imagine what he does to underwear.
Mm-hmm.
He fell walking upstairs again, going to the Air Force One,
Oh.
going up to the plane.
Good job.
He needs to fall off the fucking Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Imagine if he just fell over the whole step, like went like 30 feet down. Like he
Can't
walked.
say I don't dream about it.
Oh my God! Like
I want to see him parkour.
if his son wasn't in pictures with little kids like doing things with them, this would just be like, I'd be like, oh, he's just like a gross grandpa, you know? That's all I would think. But because his kid is in photos with naked kids and stuff, it's like this is way worse because of that. You know what I mean?
Did you see him at the beach?
Yeah.
Fighting at the beach?
Yeah, and listen, I didn't have a problem with that. I got to be honest. I don't understand. Like, people were like, oh, he's at the beach and no one even cares. Well, I looked at the video and there are people staring at him. And also,
I saw that.
And the Secret Service were around him too. And it was like, well, what do you want? He's an old guy. Like, I don't understand the beach one. That one I don't get. I don't get
That's
it.
my thing, because I'm like, you would think for as old as he is and as like a potentially fucking immune corrupt as he could be and shit, that he would keep his hands and lips to himself. You know, all the propaganda he was pushing with the vaccine, you would think that he would kind of be more hands off with shit, but apparently not.
I bet he doesn't have the vaccine.
That would be
like I don't get the picture like where he's like standing jerking off by the high school. Like I don't get the problem with that one, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean the kids seem fine with it.
Those are some of my favorite ones.
Oh wait, that was Hey guys.
No. That was a mistake, Joe.
Did anybody you guys went to high school with turn out to be like a pedo or a toucher or anything like that?
No.
Miss America, actually.
The closest thing was remember that gay guy from school that I never really talked to that randomly hit me up like desperate to fuck me and it was weird. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so weird, dude. And then that was so weird.
Because he's gay, you can relate to him. Yeah. You can relate him to a molester.
I thought you were gonna say that he touched some.
It wasn't that it was how much he came on to me like aggressively and angrily and like it was so weird. And I was like, what? This guy was always the sweetheart in school. All these girls liked him, and I was convinced he didn't like me. I never talked to him in school because he just seemed like one of the drama kids. And he was gay in high school too. That's not a problem. It's just that he didn't talk to me, and I figured he probably thinks I'm a dickhead. I have the jock vibes and stuff like that, even though I'm not like that. But it's like, so I just always thought this guy is not a person that would like me, so I don't talk to him really. But come to find out years later, what was it? A few years ago, he's hit me up on Facebook to like have sex with me, and it's like I always thought you were hot in school, and I'm like, what? The fuck? Really?
Well, no, were you kind of flattered though? You're like, oh my god, really?
I was like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. I don't mind if gay guys want to bang me. I think that's a win. Just like women that want to, that's a win. I'm like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. Even guys want to fuck me. This is great.
Anytime, like if I had a gay guy that complimented me, I probably would be like, oh shucks, thanks.
Yeah,
mister.
like it's even better because you're like, wow, a gay dude likes me. Like I'm so not like I'm a slob.
No, well, gay dudes will literally fuck anything.
Oh, really?
It's just like, especially like in nightclubs, just like if it has a dick, put it in my mouth. All right.
Yeah, Luke knows from first experience.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, nerdy?
Let me write this down. Gay guys will fuck.
Just basically you'll suck dick everywhere you go.
For some research, Luke. What clubs specifically? It's for a friend.
Get into clubs, Luke?
Well, there's just it's your home address is a good place.
Oh shit.
The place you work and the place that you eat. That's all those places are probably gay porno places. I don't know. I fucking ran out of steam there.
Yeah.
Imagine them butt pumping at the salad bar.
There's a big ass fly in this room, so I'm like
Lost Prophets singer.
The Lost Prophets singer,
What?
Mr. Pico Boulevard. Who's the Lost Prophets singer?
Oh, you don't know that? Damn it! I was hoping that wouldn't go over your head, Joe. Damn it.
Dude, I know exactly who that is.
It's like most of your jokes.
Sorry, Pico.
This dude would tour around and would tell the girls he was hooking up with who were 13 and 14, he would fuck them and then videotape it. And then he was dating this one chick who had like a 2-year-old, and he made the 2-year-old watch them have sex or something like crazy like that.
That Lost Prophets singer?
The lead singer of the Lost Prophets. And I liked their music.
He wanted to fuck babies.
I wasn't too big into the videos, but
see, I like you, Luke. See, I would have voted for you compared to him.
Fuck you.
What?
Fuck you, Pico.
What did you say? What did you say, Mr. Pico? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, God, fuck it. I ran out of steam there.
That's what he said to the baby.
Oh.
You know what it is?
No, he's in jail. He's in jail for like 40 years for wanting to fuck babies of fans.
Oh.
And I was saying how I would vote for you over him if it determined Monetize as champion. I was trying to be nice.
Oh.
Fuck you up with a broomstick.
Well, you said you would vote for him over me?
No, you. I'd vote for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If it was between you and a baby molester, I would vote for you, Luke.
Thanks.
See?
I really appreciate it, bud. I really appreciate your kindness. I just want to make it really clear to everybody that you're listening to the voice of the next Monetize This champion, and I think everybody in this call right now should get down on their knees and pray to their God, because I am basically a god on this show. I mean, I'm just so awesome.
Yeah, you're God until Joe leaves, then you take off for 20 minutes too.
Yeah,
no
you're
God,
gonna be like
no
the Jinder
God of the
Mahal
show
of
would disappear
champions.
for that long.
I'm sorry that I have achieved the status of being the top co-host on this show, that I can take a few minutes away from the show, similar to what Joe does, because I'm so big, I'm so awesome that when I get on the call, bro, you listen. That's why that space of time where I'm not on the show falls to a complete fucking halt, and it just goes into a complete train wreck, and you got people fighting with each other. Like, honestly, I'm sorry for leaving the show, because I thought we were gonna get like nothing but shouting and arguing, because it was, you guys went at each other, like you were at each other's throats.
Yeah, you thought it would be dead air. That's what you said, and then when you left and it wasn't. And
well, actually, no, it was. It was dead air for a while.
Well, I'll
Like,
tell you one thing people don't want to hear. People talk about how there's dead air for 45 minutes.
Right.
I'll tell you what. One thing people don't want to hear is you talking while you got fucking food in your mouth.
Why don't you go fuck your sister again?
Oh.
Okay. Why don't you watch as your wife gets fucked by other guys online?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This got real.
I mean, that doesn't happen, so that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
You know what does happen? Oh, boy. Never mind.
Say it, Cronin. Don't be a bitch.
Say it. Come on.
No, I can't do
Your
it.
on the line, bitch.
I can't do it.
Do it.
I can't do it.
Say it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Look,
Say
do we have time? Do we have time for a segment?
You know what does you know what does happen is your dad doesn't kick out at 2.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least I grew up with a dad.
Yeah. Yeah, with inside of you.
Winner and still champion.
Did you put his ashes in a dildo?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? You're fucking so used to it. Now you want to just continue the rape, even when he's gone.
Oh, you think this is a rape? You think this is a rape of me? Why? Because we're on your show.
No, because he raped you.
Fucking
your dad raped
filthy
you.
morons.
Your dad raped you.
Don't bite the hand that feeds, Luke. Luke, don't bite the hand that
These
feeds.
filthy morons will laugh at anything you say.
Let him bite.
No, that's not true. I haven't laughed yet.
Why don't you look down at your dick and laugh? How about that?
Yeah.
I was last night, bro. I was laughing because I was jerking it so hard, and then I see Nerdy's dumb comment on my channel trying to get a reaction out of me, and all I reply is, "Hey, I'm jerking it right now. I'm having the time of my life." Just like I am right now on this show, and like I'm gonna have next week when I win your championship.
You better hope D. Welch dies Friday.
Look, how's it gonna feel, Joe, when you have to ship that title to me?
Like he'll need a donation to afford the shipping.
It'll be the first time
right?
I ever had to ship the belt to a fucking garbage dump. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you might as well throw it in the trash. You'll
Send it Pony Express.
So that's what.
That's a garbage dump.
So that's all you could have thought of.
Yeah.
From the for the 3 hours that you've been away from the show is to the garbage dump.
11 minutes I was gone.
Look.
Yeah, it felt longer.
Never said that to you,
I'm
but
afraid Luke will confuse it for Laffy Taffy and try to eat the belt.
God, I love that song.
Yeah, let that sit there. Let that sit there, nerdy.
You might, if you don't try to eat it, you'll definitely lose it between the rolls of your belly. That's for sure. I don't think we should send the belt to Luke for just safety of the belt. We might lose it again for another year and a half.
I don't even need the belt. I have my own belt. I can fucking just call that the Monetize this championship.
Send it to him all broken like the
belt
hardcore title.
The belt itself doesn't matter. The title of Monetize this champion will belong to me, whether or not Joe has the guts to send me that championship. I mean, literally, Joe, how much money do you think was spent on that title?
$1,000.
How much belt? Wait a minute. How
More than
much
your
money?
dad should have spent on condoms, Luke.
How much money was spent on what?
To monetize this title.
You know
I
what?
said $1,000.
You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. I expected the fucking host of the show to be listening. I gotta go do something upstairs and involve raping a deer. Oh, that's not nice. That's
Yeah,
not,
we reminded
we joke, but let's not bring each other's families into it.
We don't break families? Oh, I'm sorry.
Why don't you go kill J or whatever you said that time?
Oh, yeah, after JB had like threatened to murder Bex.
He really?
Yeah, like JB would say crazy shit that he was gonna kill people, and then when it happened to
he's not a
him,
listener anymore.
Yeah, and then
that's true.
And then you told him to kill his family, and he got upset about it. I remember that.
Yeah, and you were the one who called him a bitch about it.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said he was ridiculously overreacting. He was actually upset about it. I was like, you said stuff like that on the show all the time.
I think that's why I left the show, and I'll take
he had
full
already
credit
he
for
was
it.
already gone at that time. He was already been gone.
No, at that point, no. 29. At that point was like around 160, 170. He was still
What?
someone.
No. This was like a year and a half ago, dude. This was like a year ago.
No, it wasn't.
We were in this house
a year and a half ago.
Yes, he said,
Dude,
like, you said this, and he got mad at it.
AJ Styles was still WWE champion. I remember because we were on a SmackDown review talking about it, and AJ had just faced Andrade.
I don't believe Luke.
I know that's a different thing that you're talking about, I think. I remember that, but that's different. This is like, I don't know, bro. He got mad at you not that long ago. Like, this was not long ago. It was 2 years ago, a year ago.
I haven't talked to JB in like 4 years.
I know,
since I was in high school.
and you weren't talking to him here. You said this about him, and he got mad.
Yeah, I said the thing where like he named his kids after like weapons because he's gonna like shoot them or something.
Yeah, that was only a year and a half ago. It was like 2 years ago, not even.
No, dude, it was in 2019.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Really?
No, not even 2019. 2018. That was 2018.
But no, I was
bro.
in this house. I know I was in this house when it happened. So I believe 2019, but I wouldn't believe 2018 because I was in this house.
2019 sounds right because I was. Yeah, that
like
sounds
he,
right.
it was when he was like coming back once in a while. Like he came back to do a show, and then he had told me he wasn't really coming back, and we were sort of talking off the air once in a while, and then he got really angry because you just said that on the stream. Like I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was like 2020.
Yeah, it's Luke's dumbass. I tried to get JB to back because we did a game, an Among Us game.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember.
It was after that.
Oh my
and
God.
it was after that.
More fucking games. This is all nerdy wants to contribute.
Let me restate that. I brought the gang back. I brought Leah back on the fucking show. I was the only one who's ever produced a segment to bring back old co-hosts. If that's what you want, more of that shit, vote for me as king. Because I will.
Look at this motherfucker thinking that he's sitting in one of those fancy.
I will get Leah back on the show quicker than Joe could get Leah back on the show. I guarantee.
Well, I mean, that's technically not true because if Joe wants Leah on the show, all he's got to do is to say, "Hey, get down here."
Rostapa chiming in for the first time in like 2 hours to give like the most logical answer ever. Like, actually, if you think about it,
I'm just letting y'all go at it, bro. Just keep debating. Go ahead. Keep
I want to
going.
say really quickly, there was a girl missing in Alabama, and they just found her, so she's not missing. And Leah texted me this, and I said, "That's too bad," on purpose.
She's still alive?
She's alive, yeah. So I go, "That's too bad," and Leah's like, "What? No, they
Yeah,
found her
think
alive."
about the story.
She doesn't know that I'm fucking with him.
Mr. Pico let her go. I guess.
Seth Rollins apparently sliced his fucking jugular open tonight at a house show.
Wait, at a live show?
Yeah, not his jugular, but I mean, that's pretty bad.
Now he won't be able to make his iconic laugh.
Like,
His
bro,
iconic
like
laugh.
everybody's getting injured. Like one of the pretty deadly competitors, I can't remember which one it was. Apparently, he's got a busted shoulder.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
Well, I'm sure everybody cares about him.
Well, I mean, again, the tag
I
teams
like
on
Pretty
hold
Deadly.
for a while.
They suck.
Yeah, they're spending all this time building new tag teams, but they're not going to do anything with Shelton Benjamin and fucking Cedric Alexander, who are former champions. It's like, why?
And this is what's so sad. This is what's so sad. Cedric Alexander, who was a standout in the not necessarily just in 205, but just that tournament that happened a few years ago, when the fans go, "Please sign Cedric," and he goes in and he's doing his thing, but nothing's happening with him. Like nothing. And same thing with Shelton. They bring back Shelton, and all he's doing is just going on main event.
Seth Rollins is now like basically like Shawn Michaels and Macho Man combined, like, but not as like their personalities, but like, I just mean like he's sort of that workload. It reminds me of the WrestleMania 12.
That's his archetype.
Right, exactly.
You know,
yeah, it's like WrestleMania 12
like
time.
Seth Rollins. Like, I was getting into an argument with somebody. He's not even like right now he's the world champion. But he's not even like the top guy on Raw. Like he's probably the third top guy on Raw and the fourth in total in the entire company. And you could probably put LA Knight above him. You know what I mean? Like in terms of booking, he's number 4. But in terms of crowd like reactions, probably number 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's true. But he's just sort of like the workhorse right now. He just feels like a workhorse. A guy that
Vice champion.
He doesn't get injured much, right? Yeah, he's safe. Like he's gonna go out there and at least get a 7 reaction, if not better. So it's like it's perfect. Yeah, you got LA Knight exploding right now. You got Cody Rhodes who gets a thunderous ovation, and you've got Roman. I mean, dude, think about it. It was about a year ago. I don't want to get into wrestling too much tonight, but a year ago or 2 years ago, put it this way, over the past 3 years, how many times have I sat here and said, like, who do we got right now, guys? We got Roman as a heel, and then we got what? Like there was nothing. There was nothing else. Now there was Brock. Okay, when Brock comes back, there's Brock, and there's Roman, and what do we got? Oh my God, we don't have anybody. But now it's crazy, dude. You got Roman, you got Cody, you got Seth. You got LA Knight. You got even maybe Jey Uso to an extent. Sami Zayn and Owens have this vibe. You know, I mean, there's this list starting to grow of people that are like, before there was a lot of people who were like, 6s and 7s. There was a whole lot of 6s and 7s, and Roman was like a 9, and he was crushing it. But now you've got like a 9, an 8, a 9, a 7. You've got these numbers starting to add up. They're starting to, get some traction here with some stars a little bit. You know, it still isn't great or anything, but starting to build a roster now. It feels like.
And they've made the mid-card titles feel more important. Like Gunther, he's made the Intercontinental Championship feel very prestigious. The United States title, although like I don't really like what they've been doing with Austin Theory recently, does feel a lot more important than it did, like, say, 5-6 years ago or something.
It might be a little forgotten about right now, but at least there's like a little bit of stability there, a little bit of relevancy where there was none for a while. So
the real problems come. I think the real big problems now just come with the filler and like the women's division. Like there's some good stuff going on with the women's division, but a lot of it is just worthless garbage that takes up way too much time. Like nobody cares about the women's tag team titles. Nobody cares about Zoe Stark or fucking like I like Becky Lynch, but the feud that she's in right now, this should not have been a several month feud. Like this should have been a one-off thing at SummerSlam.
I gotta ask you guys real quick: is tonight's Slammiversary as well?
Yes.
Are you telling me that Slam? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Slammiversary, Triple Mania, and the G1 is all going down at the same night?
It is the
And
gayest
the big thing was
Saturday.
Eric Young's comeback.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
I don't think they had every intention to.
It's called the wrestling business, man. Great answer, Mustafa. Why don't you bash yourself in the head with a hammer and then jump off a cliff?
Wait. Since when did you ever care about the other three promotions you just mentioned?
Well, no, I said, why would these all be on the same night? It's horrible planning on certain people's parts. That's what I'm saying. And then you said, well, that's the wrestling business. Well, what the hell kind of answer is that?
Dude, well, first of all, AEW decided to go on Saturday nights, and then all of a sudden they're going to be competing with WWE pay-per-views every once in a while or whatever.
Right
and
for that one.
Come on.
Yeah, but I'm saying, dude, like Impact Wrestling, at least I would say, like, all right, Triple Mania don't give a shit. They do the same thing every year. You know when Triple Mania is going to be, right? So shouldn't Impact Wrestling, and now maybe Impact Wrestling thought, well, you know, nobody cares about them. They're in Mexico, but you guys are literally fighting. What are there? Maybe 100,000. Let's say there's 100,000 wrestling fans out there that would go and look for these little shows from the smaller companies like Impact, Ring of Honor, Triple Mania, things like that. Maybe PWG. There's like 100,000 people that would maybe buy online pay-per-view things and things like that for these things. So you would think that Impact Wrestling would say, you know what, we're going to go on a week after Triple Mania because G1 Climax is going on, and so maybe
normally they would go on a Friday. Sometimes they would have pay-per-views on a Friday. This time around they didn't. They decided to do a Saturday.
But wouldn't you look at it and say, well, we don't want to be on when the G1 Climax is on, and we don't want to be on when Triple Mania is on in the same night? We'll at least, you know, gather up a few extra viewers and buys if we do it on our own night.
Well, I mean, again, they planned ahead, most likely, like every other business does, and it just so happens that 3-4 pay-per-views or 3 or 4 shows that are big that were on a network apparently decided, oh, yeah, we didn't think this far ahead, or if we did, we didn't know that somebody else was going to compete with us on the same day.
Oh, my God.
For a fan, all they got to do is rewatch it.
Right. MLW's not on tonight, too, are they? I mean, listen, I get wrestling... But if they're competing, it's an accident. But, I mean, this is so weird, dude. Somebody would put it on hold. I can understand Triple Mania. Triple Mania doesn't give a shit, right? They're like, we're Mexico. We do what we want. We don't care about Little Impact Wrestling, what they're doing. Fuck them. We'll get more buys. And New Japan, they don't care about what Impact Wrestling does. They're doing their G1 Climax. They always do, so they don't care. That's why I'm sort of saying that I feel like Impact Wrestling should have been the ones to be like, we should move our show, you know? Because, like... But they're all not related in some ways. They're all 3 different markets, but, you know, like there's a crossover market there. Like put it this way. I wouldn't do it now, like you said, Mustafa. I'm not really watching all these things now because there's almost no money in it for me. And my time is worth a shitload now for me. I barely have any time to do anything with anybody and my kids and all my work. So...
Let me just give you the Cliff Notes. I'll just give you the Cliff Notes.
No, I don't want the Cliff Notes. I don't want the Cliff Notes. I don't care what happened because nobody really cares here. But but I'm just saying, like, why would you do that?
Eric Young came back. That was the big deal.
Yeah. I'm back, everybody. Or with his weird fucking raspy voice. He sounds like a lesbian truck driver who got raped in the ass with a doorknob. But hey guys, I'm back, Eric Young.
Was it a rusty doorknob?
Remember when I stole Daniel Bryan's gimmick and got over for 6 months? Anyway, yeah, who cares? Fuck you, Eric Young. Kill yourself.
Oh my God.
But
sanity guy.
Look at that. Speaking of killing yourself, hey, look.
Let's circle back to Mustafa saying that's the wrestling business because that may have been one of his douchiest comments he's ever made.
First of all, let me put some respect on the damn wrestling business when I say that's the wrestling business, because if there's a competing territory and there's one territory in the opposite direction doing it on the same day, it's no different from what they did back in the day before cable came into play.
It's
so
an
it's not
Mustafa. Rostafa, like, don't you think that like it's a reasonable question for Joe to be like, hey, why is there 3 significant wrestling shows going on at the same night?
But the
Like,
thing is,
what
Joe
the
just
hell?
buried it by
Why?
saying, "Hey, I'm not going to pay attention to these shows, and why should it even be? Why should it matter at all?" So
I just told you why it matters.
But all he said was that why would these 3 shows be on tonight? And then you're like, well, that's the wrestling business. Like,
it is
as
the
if
wrestling
Joe
business. They're
doesn't
there to
know.
make money.
As if
they
Joe
wanna make
doesn't
money,
know that.
Hey,
they wanna make
why
it-
did Mission Impossible 500 and Fast and the Furious and fucking James Bond all come out on the same night? Oh, well,
It's
you
the
know, it's just the movie business.
That's the movie industry. They make movies and they
just
put
the
them out.
industry.
And that's the industry. Welcome.
Yeah, that's like somebody, they release Avengers Infinity War, but someone at the same time released a fucking like another significant marquee movie like the Justice League. Like, that's not the movie business. That's just poor
Yes, it
planning.
is. Yes, it
same
is.
night.
And remember, just because somebody makes a plan and says, "Okay, we're going to release our film on this day," an opposing film company, if they don't get wind of that, or if they don't know and they just happen to put it out on the same day, well, guess what? It happens. It does happen in various other industries. So there you go.
Yeah, it happens, but like I said, I think that I would have adjusted it because you would have had more buys and more interest if you were on your own night.
Hey, well, you know what? That's
It
the
wouldn't help
wrestling
Impact.
business.
It still wouldn't help Impact at all. They still would have gotten the same rate.
It wouldn't have helped Impact
I mean,
because I don't know, bro.
Not at all.
Like, well,
Not at all.
Who watches Impact? Oh, so Impact is just garbage.
At this point.
So Impact is just shit.
It's crap right now. Of course it is. But I'm just saying it would have made a difference. And as far as NJPW goes,
It wouldn't have made a difference at all.
Triple
If the G1 Climax wasn't going on and Triple Mania wasn't going on, you're not telling me some of those fucking goddamn illegal immigrant Mexicans wouldn't have been like, you know what? I think I might watch Impact Wrestling tonight and see what they're doing.
How are they illegal immigrants when they live in Mexico?
They're all illegal.
Rostafa, but your statement Rostafa, your statement could apply to anything. Like, yes, Joe knows what the wrestling is. That's like if randomly someone's just like, well, why would they do that with Dunkin' Donuts? I just don't understand why they make their rewards card system so difficult. And if I were just like, well, that's the donut business.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck am I talking about? Like, what?
It's the food business. That's their problem. And again,
But nobody needs you to state that.
Why don't you tell
Nobody
me?
needs you to state that for them. Like,
then
it's
there's no
fucking
reason to ask it. Dude, then there's no reason to ask the question.
I told you why.
There is, because if the question is a criticism, if the question is a valid criticism, why can't some, like, dude, no offense, Rostafa, but you do that a lot. Like with like shows too, where somebody like, I just don't understand the booking right now. And you're like, again, we're not the guys that book the show. You know, we are just simply the viewers observing, looking on the inside in.
We are critiquing what we view. That's what it is.
Look, people ask me
why do you need to walk in and be like, but that's the wrestling business. Like, I fucking know what it is.
Why don't you define indignant for me? Do you even know what indignant means?
Look, I'm on Team Rostafa. Like, you know what? People ask me why I say the N-word all the time, and I say, well, it's just the music industry, you know? It's the music business.
I do want to say that QT Marshall won a ambulance match against Pentagon Jr. tonight.
Yeah.
At AAA.
I'm just eating my popcorn watching the show. Like, you two have got the argument of the night. So
Joe, if you were to watch one match out of all these shows, just watch the first match on AEW Collision between FTR and the Bullet Club.
No, I saw that match.
Well, that's just the Bullet Club business.
How about what was it? How about that spot where they went over the guardrail and it seemed like they were hurt, but then they weren't, but it was weird. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, again, that's why it's called wrestling, and we don't know if it was a work or a shoot. I mean, it looked great.
Thanks,
I love the
Mustafa.
selling of the match.
Jesus.
I love the selling. It was
Wrestling
great.
business, Joe. You just
Yeah,
got
thanks
the
for telling me about
exact
the
same
wrestling business. Oh my God. What,
Yeah, like Joe doesn't know. Like Joe doesn't know. He's
Oh
only
my
been doing
God.
this show for 10-something years now. He's commentated wrestling matches, and
He's
he's
actually
like met.
wrestled in the ring.
He
So, yeah.
fought Kofi.
He's actually wrestling in the ring. But I'm glad that you can come in with your fucking ridiculous 70s haircut, being like, "Oh, actually, that's the wrestling
What's
business."
70s about cornrows?
Luke, let's not talk about
What
hair.
does that even mean, dude?
Do your thumbnail.
This is gonna be a
The
T-shirt.
last time I saw your hair, you looked like the lead singer of Thin
And
Lizzy.
by the
with
way, Afros
big-
didn't come out in the 70s. They actually came out in the 60s. Do some homework, bro.
Yeah, but people
learn your black
people
history,
had
Luke.
afros. People had afros in the 70s, though.
Well,
They're
yeah,
still
but
popular
it
in
was
the 70s.
popularized. It was popularized in the 60s, and yes, they even came before that. I'm just saying, as far as a hairstyle, it was popularized.
Honestly,
in the 60s.
I gotta be honest.
Thank you.
The 70s is where it was popularized, or where it was like became.
No, not even close, dude. Not even
Okay,
close. The
wait a minute,
60s, go
Rastava.
back.
I'm gonna stop you for a second. Hold on a second. I know what you're saying, Rastava, but hold on. Yes, it started in the 60s, but when was it? When did it really become so mainstream and stereotyped and famous?
Yeah, when did white people start doing it?
Right.
Bob
Like
Ross.
when did disco happen? Because that's when it really was on fire, and that's the 70s.
Even before disco was even called disco. There was something called
I
funk and
understand
R&B.
that.
We know,
I understand
Rostava,
that,
but it
Rostava.
didn't hit the pop culture. It didn't become as big in pop culture or just like in culture in general than it did in the 70s. Because when people relate certain haircuts or certain styles to the 70s, they relate the fucking afro. Yes, it was in the 60s, but that's like me being like, oh yeah, well the shirt was made in year 2000 or the year fucking 200 or something. So it's like now I can't say that like I wore a shirt in 230. Well, actually it was invented this time. Like nobody gives a shit what year it's invented. Like people still had afros in the 70s.
Yes.
Like arguing
You're
every
talking-
fucking point.
First of all, mainstream. Okay, mainstream. Okay, Sly the Family Stone. Go look them up. Remember, their haircuts were very, very long. And by the way, long
Black
hair
man's being educated on
became a
afros.
thing in the 50s, more so than it became in the 60s. But even in the late 60s and mid 60s, the afro was around. And yes, it was popularized because people wanted to grow their hair.
No, you're
and in
right.
the 70s,
No.
it became even more so.
I don't think we're not
Well, what
arguing
year-
that though.
Oh, so
That's-
you just said it. You just said it. It was
became
more popular.
More so. And
This is
more
kind of ridiculous,
so,
though.
not because it wasn't more so in the 60s, because it was. It became more so because white culture took that up and wanted to get their hair grow long, especially if they wanted to have an afro like that too. That's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
white guys wanted to have a different hairstyle. Like every fucking, like you guys can copy us with every fucking thing and do what we do. But then when we do something that's like similar to you guys, the white culture trying to take all shit. And by the way, you just said it. In the 70s, it was more popular. So that's why my reference to earlier made
grew
sense.
in popularity. It grew more in popularity. It was already popular
It's
in the
the
60s. I
same
just said
shit.
that.
You're saying the same shit.
It's a
You're saying the
different
same
decade.
shit that I
It
just
is
said
a
in a different
decade.
fucking way.
You're
Can I-
making it more complicated.
No,
than what
I
it
just
already
think
is.
that I just think that when you what I'm trying to say, Rastava, is if you polled people and you said like, give me the haircut of the 70s, people would say the afro.
Several different haircuts. There's several.
I know there's several. There always are several, Rastava. But what I'm saying is like, give me what's the haircut you think of when you think of the 70s?
Look, to be fair,
most
Google
people are
does
gonna
say
say
the
that.
60s.
It is the 60s, but I'm telling you that the people are going to say it's the 70s. They're going to be like, oh, the 70s, it's the afro. Even
That
though,
was my first
even
thought.
though, dude, well, listen, dude, the Jackson 5 were hot in like 1964, and they all had afros. So like, I get it, I understand. I know that, and you know that, and we know that, and Mustafa knows that, and we all kind of know that. But I'm saying if you polled the average butt fuck right now, like they would be like, oh, I don't know what the 60s was, but the 70s was disco, and that's the afro. Like,
Afros are pretty alpha. Like if you see a dude with an afro, odds are there's some pretty alpha.
yeah, we
to have a
all
big one.
we all understand that the
Or they're a
afros.
douche.
And by the way, people. I always look at it as a good thing. I understand it's a little bit cringy sometimes when there's underground black talented people doing a certain trend, and then a white guy grabs it, and then it becomes like a popular thing. I understand that's kind of weird, but I also look at it as people assimilating together. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like when white people are doing black people stuff, when black people are doing white people stuff, that's always going on. I like that to see that because that tells me that the tribalism is down quite a bit, and people are open to sharing each other and learning things from people, and they don't care about what color they are and what they are. We're all just learning. We're all just borrowing and learning from each other.
They're not, because apparently if a white guy wants to do something that a black guy does, it's us like invading their culture. But they can fucking race swap all of these white characters to black guys or to Asian guys, or to fucking women,
dude,
because that's okay.
What about
that's okay?
Have you seen Snow White?
When you
dude?
take our culture,
The fucking dwarfs. They recasted the dwarfs. I'm dying.
They're taking little people away too, dude.
They're canceling little people.
Even then, I don't even give a shit about those movies. I don't care. I know that they're just diversity hires for the sake of. I'm not gonna watch the fucking Snow White movie.
This is definitely
did anybody?
No, this is funny.
Oh,
though.
I heard about that crap. I heard about it.
Bro, the 7 dwarfs aren't dwarfs. They're regular people, except for one of them's a dwarf. Dude,
Joe,
but
no,
this is like if you don't understand. Here's a picture of it. This is hilarious. Mustafa, you know this. We all know this. All of us know this. Black, white, Asian, whatever we all are, we know how ridiculous it is. The show is called The Story. The historical story is called Snow White
and the 7 Dwarves.
And the Snow White, her skin is so white, it's as fair as snow. But now she's Hispanic and her skin is bronze. And the dwarfs,
oh my gosh,
they're the 7 dwarfs, but they're not dwarfs. Only one of them is a dwarf. Like, oh, you can't make this stuff up.
Brown has mole.
Bro.
Dude, why did they gotta get one midget?
They literally all the people in the fucking story are literally stereotyped named, and they've changed that.
Great though. It'd be great if like he was the only one born a midget, and like you'd think he'd be the one that's like the outcast, but it turns out that he's like the smartest one, and everybody else is like mind-numbingly like a retarded person. Like,
well,
no,
they only kept
Sleepy.
They only did one thing correct. The black guy is Sleepy. I will say that. That's
yeah, they changed the little person to Shorty and the black guy to Sleepy.
Yep, and the woman is late for work. They changed it.
How did they get 2 slaves onto?
Oh, come on. Now, who's the guy in the back, the white guy who looks kind of like a pirate who's putting his dick in the girl in front of him's ass? Look at the look on his face like, they don't know what I'm doing. Not only am I not a dwarf, I'm fucking huge.
Yeah, he's fucking that girl.
Yeah, that's the dwarf, buddy.
I like to identify.
He looks like a Sasquatch.
PLP, pro little person. And they've been getting rid of little people in media ever since Thor Ragnarok, where they turned Tyrion into a huge dwarf.
Right.
They like they're slowly getting rid of them. It's like when they got
because they don't want to offend little people, so they're like, well, the only way you can't offend them is by not putting any fucking midgets in your movie.
But what's crazy is they're mad. They want to be in the movie because they want work. You know what I mean? But but I now maybe
but they know. But if you put a midget in a movie that people are, so it's like fuck. We don't be like,
wow,
making fun of them, but people just laugh at the sight of them.
That really didn't mean.
No, that was Luke. He just, he better get a better mic by Monetize this. So won't be able to hear him try to win the title. But what do you think they're gonna call these people?
Do I sound better?
No.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, now you do. What do you think they're gonna call the dwarfs in the show? Because they're gonna call them like Snow Not White and the 7 like vertically regular people. Like I don't know what they're.
Oh, I got it. Cocaine Brown.
Cocaine Brown.
Looks like a fucking. Looks like a circus freak show.
And then you got Charlize Theron raising little black boys as women.
Joe, they could have made Snow White Chinese and called her Yellow Snow.
Oh. Yellow Snow. Oh my God.
Trying to start a petition to go ahead and save Snow White. You know what I'm saying? We did it with the first Sonic the Hedgehog. Remember, they was gonna fuck that shit up. They was gonna have Sonic coming out looking all crazy and shit.
Yeah.
We have the power. We can literally be like, hey yo, just do the shit right or don't make the movie, bro. We still got
I hope they
the
make
opportunity.
it, dude. Don't you want to see that movie completely bomb? Because who's gonna go see it? Like with, I mean, seriously, I don't know, bro. Like I feel like we're so. It's like I don't think we're miserable for complaining about this stuff because it makes no sense. The movie is called, the story is called Snow White. She has white skin. Oh, we cast a Hispanic woman. Oh, the dwarfs, they are dwarfs, the 7 dwarfs. Oh, we cast regular sized people. Like you can't, honestly, it'd be like if the movie Free Willy was coming out, but Willy is or whatever, it's not a whale anymore. Now it's a horse. Like what? The whole point
I think we should protest by going to the theaters, getting down on our knees, and holding up signs that say "I stand with little people." Because this is
Milkshake is living with 7 grown men.
I was going to say something similar.
Yeah.
I was going to say
he's a whore. You know?
On those signs it says Luke Rojas for Monetize as champion.
Yeah. Very good, Luke.
Yeah, well, no, we want it to be believable.
Daddy's winning it here. Daddy's winning it here. You know what'd be funny is if people voted for like Jim Cornette and he won it, and I had to spend months begging him for his address because he's the champion and like I'm trying to make videos like, Jim, you won the belt. Jim Cornette, please message me. I'm trying to give him the belt.
Better.
Oh boy.
Better yet, Rob back.
You go, champ.
We don't know what you said, Luke.
He can't get his internet fixed.
Yeah, you fried out again.
There's your champ, guys.
Why don't you go get your sister, give your sister an orgasm and then ask her for $50?
Yeah, look, if you like your champ going in and out like Luke does with his sister, then he's the guy for you. But I'll be here for you consistently, chat.
And I bet that just gets all the ladies, huh, Nerdy?
Yeah, ask. I don't know. Why don't you ask?
All that ass hair.
I'm gonna ask. I don't know. Where is she?
Yeah,
I don't know.
is she around the corner? Where's she at? I don't even want to say it, man. I can't hate on Jay. I like you too much.
That's what she
And
said.
when
What can we expect for you as champion? What do you plan on doing with the championship?
Birdman,
Well, you talking about me or Nerdy? Because Nerdy will never win, so I'm assuming you talking about me.
Birdman, you ask a great question.
I
to the
am.
future champion.
Thank you. Now I'm good. Hey, Nerdy, look, my new gimmick is just interrupting you anytime you try to get your shit off. That's just what I'm gonna do.
And my new gimmick is interrupting you, J Menace, because
No,
I want
that's
to talk to
always
Nerdy
Luke.
for a second. I like how when I start to fucking glitch out is then when you start to fucking open your mouth about me. But I can rail on you and destroy you all fucking night, and you just sit there like a good little boy with his hands in his lap, just waiting for the beating to fucking stop. Well, guess what? It's gonna go on all night, all week. 420, 421, 422, fucking 477. I'll still be destroying you on this show.
Like, I'm not a supersized meal from McDonald's, Luke. You can't destroy me. Listen, I'm bringing content, and whenever Joe's ready, we can start it. I mean, I don't know if he stepped
Yeah,
away.
we saw your fucking gay ass. We saw your gay ass Google Docs of your fucking fag or shag or whatever the fuck you want to play. It looks real fun.
It's
Fucking
not a
pull
game.
it up.
It's just something here. I think Birdman would be actually pretty funny to ask these kind of things. One of the things that I was wondering, Birdman, is what is alpha and what is beta? Do you feel like you know what might be some alpha things and what might be some beta things?
Beta is what Luke watches videos on. Beta.
Thank you, Mr. Pico.
Yeah.
So, like, would you say like pissing in a pool? Is that alpha or is that something that you would consider pretty beta?
Beta.
Beta.
Now, if it's your own pool, is it still beta or
Beta?
because-
Beta. It's fucking. You piss in a pool. You trifling. No matter who's.
Now, what if
I got a better one? If you piss in Nerdy's mouth, will he thank you afterwards?
Look, I'm not that
An
polite,
alpha.
Luke.
You are definitely an alpha.
Look, I'm not that
Piss in
polite.
somebody's mouth.
that means you're the dominant motherfucker and he's the bitch. So
Have you ever peed in anybody's mouth like in a sexual way, Bird?
yes, my girlfriend, she fucking loves it.
I imagine it's really warm.
I piss
What,
in
his
her mouth, I
girlfriend?
come in her mouth, out her bloody pussy.
Thank you, Nerdy, for that in-depth analysis on urine.
It'd be funny if, like, while he's saying this, his like kids just playing on the floor next to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I pissed in his mouth. I pissed in her mouth. I pissed in her fucking eyes. I took a shit on her nose, and she had to smell it all night."
AJ's on hold. We need more racism in the room. Come on.
It cuts back to Cronin, and Finn has the headphones on. Okay, so all right, let's admit that that's pretty beta. Okay, peeing in the pool. But what about this? Is male body lotion also beta, or is that something that could be kind of alpha because you smell good?
Cocoa butter.
No,
It's
Bro,
alpha.
taking
Fucking
care of yourself
smell.
is not beta, bro.
Yeah, being a fucking smelly dude is not an alpha thing. It just makes you you just smell like shit. Nobody wants to be around you. Fucking take care of yourself. Put lotion on. Put deodorant on. You do it, bro. That's
are
alpha.
some girls though that love that word. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'm the oldest cat in here.
Yeah, trashy whores.
Are you guys aware of this?
Bullshit. What's up, bro?
Oh, my bad. I'm just sorry. I just got angry at something. There's something trending right now that's pissing me off. Are you aware of this fucking Tracy Chapman controversy that's going on?
What is it? No, what do you got?
Yeah.
Bro, these people are retards. So Tracy Chapman has that song Fast Car or whatever it is from back in the 90s. Do you remember that song?
I got to know this call.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, bro, she had that song, and it was like, I don't know how old everybody is, but you could not escape that song for like a year straight at least. That song was fucking like all over the radio, all over the video channels.
They made fun of it on In Living Color. They did
Like,
a whole skit about it.
Yeah, dude, it was a massive like that. When I hear Tracy Chapman, that Fast Car song, I remember sitting in my bedroom at night and going to sleep to the radio, and that just always, every 12 songs that was coming on. Like you could not escape it. When I hear it now, I get nostalgia for that summer and whatever.
Came out in 86.
What?
Holy shit.
86. It came out in 86.
What are you talking about? It came out in 86.
The original version of Fast Car by Tracy Chapman came out in 1986.
Why was it a hit song in the 90s?
No,
Yeah, I'm
it
looking.
wasn't.
What I'm seeing
It got
does not-
remade. It's been remade a bunch.
She remade
The
her own
original came
song?
out- No, it came out in 1986. Seriously.
What?
It's been redone. Yes.
This is how the teacher felt when he was explaining math to Joe.
Then why?
What?
Wait a minute though, but
Hey,
I'm telling you though. But wait a minute,
It was
Source
up or shut up.
But there was like 1 or 2 summers where that song was like played on rotation like it was new. Why is that?
Why does Tracy Chapman look like a football player?
Oh, maybe am I thinking?
88. She's a black lesbian. 88.
That sounds like a football player name.
He played
Why
in the
am-
NFL as a wide receiver.
Why was it played like crazy in the 90s then? Or am I thinking of her other song, Give Me One Reason or something? Or
Yeah, because it sounds alike. Yeah, that was in the 90s. Give me one reason.
Yo, I can see. I'm outside right now, and I see somebody fucking around with their like military grade flashlight, and it just freaked the fuck out of me because I just saw someone like appear in the sky, but I know exactly the person who's doing it, and he's like this autistic guy who's obsessed with this fucking thing. Like every time I see him, he's always like playing around with it, like showing it to people and bothering them about it, just like nonstop talking their ears off about it. So it's just funny that I just saw it in the air because I know that it's that dumb fucking idiot for like just having his autistic little spasms.
Hey, look, you should get him to go find that deer that took your manhood.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I took its deerhood back, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Luke, you didn't kill that deer.
So
I don't know where it
Joe,
went.
hold on,
I
Joe
don't know.
never explained what the
You
fuck
got
was going
venison
on.
in your freezer.
Hold on, Joe. So this Tracy Chapman bitch, what about her?
Well, I guess some country guy covered her song, and that's what led me into our conversation earlier because someone said this, and I went and looked it up, that, like, I don't know, some white country guy covered it, and I guess it's, like, doing really well right now. And
Yeah,
like,
it's done better than hers.
No, it hasn't. Come on.
Yeah, it has. Yes, it has.
Joe E Drain in the chat, I think that's his name. He goes, "Well, Joe, that's the music business."
I'm telling you though, but dude, I don't know what it is, but maybe I didn't realize that. I never knew that was the late '80s. Maybe it's because, dude, in the mid '90s, that song was on a heavy rotation for like. Maybe it's always been on a rotation, but I feel like the radio discovered that song late or something. Like, because, dude, in like 1994, I want to say 94 to 97, that song was heavily played on like Kiss 108 and all these other stations. I don't know.
I went to go Google her, and I was shocked when I saw that my search history, the last thing I searched was, when did afros become popular? So kind of related.
Yeah.
Okay, her original version went to number 6 in 1988,
Right.
and Luke Combs, who's covered it, is currently at number 2.
Yeah, but isn't it
on the
number
Hot
2
100.
on country?
No, it's number 2 on the Hot 100.
Holy
Okay, but listen, I don't
It went to
care
number
because
1
you know
in
what?
country.
I'll never remember this guy. I'll only remember Tracy Chapman. When I hear that song from this guy covering it, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
What the big deal is that it's the number 1 country song, and now she's the first black woman to have a single songwriting credit on a number 1 country song.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? He helped out the black people. Very good.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of helping out black
upset about
people, Chicago
And she
suburbs-
helped him, and she helped him actually make a song worth of shit because it's not his. So isn't that funny? Anyway, go ahead, Nerdy.
It's nothing. No, it sounds just like hers. It's nothing like he didn't make it his own or anything.
Well,
he wanted some more black people.
All I
in his
know
audience.
is when I hear his version, I'll be like, okay. But when I hear Tracy Chapman's, dude, that I have instant nostalgia. When I hear her voice in that song, I have massive nostalgia for summertime, mid-90s. I'm up late at night. I'm like 11 years old, 12 years old, and I'm listening to the radio. That's what I think of. I love that song.
What's the song again? What's the song? I don't even remember.
Fast Car. You probably don't know it.
I probably heard it like in a store or something. Just fucking hum it.
Because she's here you go.
Fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal.
You know that song?
Depressing.
No, I don't think I've ever heard it.
So yeah, I knew you never heard it because you know what? I'm sitting here remembering it being hot in the mid '90s, yet it's from 1988. So if I got that wrong, I mean, because I am telling you that I swear to God to you, and this is why I think it wasn't a hit. Because I swear to God to you, it got re-big again in the mid-90s. Like, her song came out in the late 80s. It was a pretty big song. But then it, like, boom, it shot to the radio all of a sudden. Why was the radio playing it, like, all the time?
Well, I mean, it sounded like it was
Joe
like
will be-
something soundtrack or something,
Maybe that's what. Oh my God, that's a great point because back in the '90s, soundtracks were huge, and when a song was reused on a soundtrack, then it was played again. You're right. I bet you that's what it was.
Joe, this sounds like Joe like vehemently like defending himself while he's getting like locked away in a fucking straitjacket and thrown into a prison. Like, no, I swear, I remember, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
That is a fair point, sir. That is a fair point.
Listen, this is a great song, and I'll never think of anybody else. This is like Trent Reznor when he did Hurt, and then Johnny Cash covered Hurt, and it was like, it's fucking Trent Reznor, because people, dude, still to this day, somebody will be like, oh yeah, you know that song by Johnny Cash, Hurt? And I'll be like, you mean the fucking cover he did of Nine Inch Nails is Hurt? And they're like, oh, no.
I didn't like the 9 Inch Nails version, and I know that's gonna piss you off.
I will kill you. I will fucking kill you.
You're
a fucking ass.
I'm barely pronouncing the words.
I want to kill
Fuck
you. Bro.
that.
He made the words, you fucking asshole.
I know. Yeah, so what? He made the words. His song sucked. I'll listen to. I'm sorry that Johnny Cash did a better version of the song, and it fucking pisses you off because Trent Reznor.
You know, it was great when he died
Trent
right
Reznor.
after. You know, it was really good when Johnny
It sounded
Cash
like
died. When Johnny Cash died right after it, that was really good. That's the part I
Yeah,
liked.
well, he died.
Yeah, that's what made the song hurt more. All right,
Exactly.
it hurt.
He put all of his soul into it, Joe. Don't you have a freaking soul?
Yeah.
And his song fit because he's an old man who's seen shit. What the fuck did Trent Reznor see? Like, my dad didn't buy me a skateboard, so I got raped by my mom.
Yeah, so then I fucked my audience
Why
member's
is Nine Inch
kid.
Nails a good Charlotte? Why? What the hell was that?
Because that's the band that you listen to with your fucking
no, it is not
gay
the bands.
homo
No,
emo
that is
haircut.
good. I hate Good
Here, Luke,
Charlotte.
I'll
What are
do
you
the
talking
music.
about? This is
Luke,
industrial.
I'll do the music. Luke, I'll do the music. You do the vocals.
Luke likes Color Me Bad.
All right, I'm gonna.
I never wanted to go to
Okay,
school.
really
They
quickly.
wouldn't make me, so
Luke.
I beat the shit out of my teacher.
Luke, you don't even know. You don't even know what you're talking about. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, you think this? Like, tell me, you think this sounds like? That's good, Charlotte. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Does that sound
pretty good Charlotte.
Does that sound like Nine Inch Nails?
I don't know what Nine Inch Nails really sounds like. I've only heard a few songs from them, and I didn't like them. I didn't like their, and I
You definitely have never heard Nine Inch Nails because what?
Yeah,
how have you never heard Nine Inch Nails?
Your general dude, Joe, I'm making fun of your general taste of music.
You
like
never-
you shit on Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
How do you
Sorry,
know who Johnny
but you
Cash
fucking
is?
listen to homo shit like I don't know, bro. I hear you all the
You
time
never
being
heard-
like, yeah, my favorite band is the fucking flying sarcophaguses or something,
What the
and they
fuck are
sing
you
like
talking
the
about?
gayest shit ever.
You never heard Head Like a Hole, Nine Inch Nails?
What you deserve. Yeah, you're right. Look, it's the amount of whininess.
Like,
it's just a little bit not as gay.
It's like industrial rock. It's not like
Yeah, like filter your fucking voice through something else again. Like, yeah, it sounds so great. Sounds like he's singing from a fucking bathroom.
You know what's funny is like Leah feels the exact same way as Luke. It's so bizarre. It's like
It's
you
weird.
are
Like
Leah.
his singing is hard to critique because it's behind so many fucking. It's behind a computer.
Dude, Trent
it's
Reznor-
all
Why Hurt?
Trent Reznor
That's why
doesn't have a
fucking
great
Nine Inch
voice.
Nails version of Hurt sucks. I know it's the original, but it sucks.
Trent
it's like
Reznor has
it's like
a
you know
weird
how
voice. He doesn't have a normal voice. He doesn't have a great singing voice. He has a weird voice. Like it's very dude.
How?
Like Luke. Did you ever? Dude, this is the funniest thing in the world. If it exists, I'll play it. Maybe you've seen me play it before. I don't know. But one of the funniest things ever. First of all, I like Trent Reznor. I knew girls that were hanging out with me. They were like, oh my god, Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor. I want to fuck him. But there were a few people that I hung out with that did not really like him. They're like, I don't really like his voice, you know, because he got like a regular voice. He doesn't have a crazy singer voice, you know, which is why I like him. But there's a commercial on TV one day, and it happened during Monday Night Raw. So Raw goes off for the commercial break, and all of a sudden, this like, and there's something going on the TV, and I don't know what it is. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this commercial? And then all of a sudden, I hear this wave of noise, like, and then fucking all of a sudden a close up of Trent Reznor's face, right, Luke? And then he's singing the part to the song, but then they cut the music so it's just his voice. Even though on the song it's not like that, but in the commercial it is, and he stares at the camera like a fucking rapist, and then that's it. And it says 9 Inch Nails coming out next month, The Fragile. And it's the and dude, I started dying laughing because it's the
You sounded like you
funniest.
were getting wet.
What?
You sounded like you were getting wet.
No,
there
because,
for a
dude,
second.
I'm telling you, because it's the funniest commercial you've ever seen. Because it's like, what the fuck is this? Like why did this air? Like Trent Reznor staring at the camera. Like, I found it. I'll play it for you. But it's just like, what the fuck is this? So I understand, like, the guy, the fucking very bizarre, because they cut the music and Trent Reznor's like, it's like underneath it all, and like the music is playing, and then they cut it, and then Trent Reznor's staring at the camera. And he goes, "But still we cry." And like this, and like, bro, I was like, what the fuck was that? And that was a commercial on fucking TV that they paid for. And I remember somebody who was in the house with me was like, Jesus Christ, I hate that guy's voice. But the other girls were like, I want to fuck Trent Reznor. Like, I mean, like, dude, they were huge at the time.
So your biggest defense is that you wanted to fuck him.
No, the other girls wanted to fuck him.
And that.
It's pretty beta to like 9 Inch Nails right now.
Honestly, this sounds terrible.
Hold on, watch this. You got to see it because it's too fucking funny. Because this is a real commercial that really aired in front of like 10 million people. Like, it's wicked funny.
Okay. All right.
What?
I give it to you, dude. Okay, that was worth it. All right, dude. You're right.
Imagine you're watching Monday Night Raw. All right, it's
That's live.
Dude, it's 1999. Does your cat have diarrhea? Get the. We'll be back to more WWF Monday Night Raw in just a second, and then this comes on. And you're like, and now keep in mind, I'm a Nine Inch Nails fan. I'm sitting there watching my TV, and I'm like, what is this? But still we cry. Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
That
was a little creepy.
But let me tell you something. That album rules.
Over because it goes silent, and all you hear is his voice.
Yeah, right.
It's funny, Joe. It's funny that we're all railing on you about your fucking like of Nine Inch Nails. It kind of reminds me when like we were arguing with you about Tool. I think it was like me and Leah arguing with you about Tool for like an hour and a half.
Listen, I understand the Tool thing because I like Tool, but I understand there are like the crazy Tool fans. It's like the Grateful Dead, Jimmy Buffett. Like there's these just crazy fans for some of these bands and people, and I get like people don't get it. Like I like Tool.
I like Grateful Dead. I like their.
I do too, actually.
Oh my god, bro!
I like their cover of Good Lovin' more than the original. So
well,
I've never met an alpha who's a Grateful Dead fan. Also, just putting that out there.
You know what?
I've never met an alpha who has a fucking gay ass skater boy haircut in his 30s.
But I'm just saying that this, like earlier when you compared Good Charlotte to Nine Inch Nails, like that made me want to like that. Oh, I almost exploded. Like that's just
age showing.
Cronin.
Because like, dude, when you listen to this, like this is awful.
Dude,
I don't ever wanna be like you.
That was the opening of a Scooby-Doo movie in the 2000s.
Exactly. I mean, bro, then this is Nine Inch Nails. Come on. Like the big come down. Like it's way different.
I can't. Honestly, this sounds terrible.
You know what's even more amazing is that one of the Good Charlotte twins is married to Cameron Diaz.
Oh. Here's the hook. Here's the hook.
Why is it so
Here's
fucking echoey?
That's from that
I feel
same
like I'm
CD.
conjuring a snake right now.
Yeah. No, Nine Inch Nails. In the 90s, Nine Inch Nails were like you're on drugs in the desert. That's what Nine Inch Nails reminds me of. Like,
yeah, that's the vibe of every fucking song. Yeah, nice variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the variety of your life? Like, oh, I'm dead now. I'm a loser.
Oh.
Well, you know, besides the fact that you got the order wrong, like a complete moron that you are. I have a lot of variety in my life, and the biggest, variety and change that's come into my life. Yeah, oh, okay, just whatever, Mr. Pico. It's time for you to talk.
Yeah, dude. Pico's been on fire with that this episode at least.
And nobody even heard the joke that you made. Like nobody heard that joke.
Because you're always fucking speaking.
Because no. How about when you speak, you wait for somebody to finish their sentence, and then your joke can come through, and then people can hear it and be like, "Hey, that was a joke," instead of just because that's all anybody hears when you try to interrupt somebody while they're talking.
Jesus,
fucking idiot! It's like you're so unprofessional, bro.
Oh no!
I just realized that everybody hates. Like this is why none of my music, almost none of my songs ever got sold or worked out, because I listen to a type of music that like pretty much nobody listens to at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm serious like about that, because you're right, Luke. Because I bring this up to Leah. I'll play stuff for Leah sometimes, and she'll tell me like I don't like how that happens, and I'm like, but I want that to happen. You know, like it's like, and honestly, dude, like when I see some bands from back in the day, like industrial rock and weird bands like that I like, and they put something out and it doesn't really do that well, and some of it's like really well done. Like I'm not, you know, I'm like some stuff is like really good. I'm like, damn, that I bet you that's gonna do well. It doesn't. Nobody likes it because it's the industrial thing and like the rock and the grimy '90s industrial. Like it is just there's no market for it. Like really, like the closest thing I think that I like that works a little bit nowadays, somewhat, is like Birthday Massacre because they have so many synths and they've got more of a poppy 80s new wave thing. But like everything else, bro, I'm telling you, you're right. It's dead. Like they just
acquired taste.
It is first of all, it was probably it was a niche thing then anyway, but it was a niche thing that was popular enough to get people a gold album or get 1 million records sold or 500,000. But now you're right. It's like, bro, there might be 30 people that might like you somewhere. That's about it.
Yep. Cronin, that reminds me, for next episode, if you want, one of my friends he's on Spotify and he got signed with a pretty big deal, but he does like house music. So it's not really something that you probably listen to, but his Spotify is pretty popular. I think he gets like 20,000 monthly views. But
listens on Spotify.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. I mean, that's really like if I launched a Spotify and put music up there, it would get maybe like 3 clicks a month. So
it's
like
tough.
20,000
is subscribers, I guess he said. But I told him about the show, and if we want to do an interview and talk to him, we could do it and listen to his music and stuff. If we want to do it short, or if we want to do something long.
Nerdy, we barely like talking to you.
Yeah. Oh.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's
hey Nerdy, why don't you go back?
Everyone. That was Jay
Don't
Menace.
interrupt, Luke.
Jay Menace hasn't said anything all episode, but he did crack a pretty good one there. Everyone give applause for him.
It was pretty
Well,
good.
You know the difference.
I got on the call.
You know what the difference between
That was
me and
good.
you, Mr. Pico, was that I waited for him to finish, and then while I almost interrupted him,
You're right.
I stopped myself
Give
and
me
said,
one
"You know
reason
what?
was always
I'm gonna let him
196.
talk."
I
We have more
agree.
difference
Sorry the
than that.
donation played over you, but Will Tactics, thank you for the 199. Yeah, give me one reason 96. I bet you because Give Me One Reason in 96 did really well that they started playing Fast Car with it. That's got to be what it is. Or she released a best of or something. Something like that happened, bro. But I'm telling you,
She's got 2 hits. Those are her 2 hits.
yeah, those are her 2 hits, and they're like 10. They're like 8, apparently 10 years apart. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought I knew everything about her.
Smoking crack.
You got a nice
Did you know
cunt.
she used to fuck the chick who wrote The Color Purple?
Yeah.
Really?
The music's good. I'd suggest you check it out.
I like her. I like that song will always be her to me. I don't care what fat white bearded guy makes the song, but I also don't agree with all the people saying like, "Oh, the white guys." Shut the fuck up, you losers.
Yeah.
Who cares? Why you make everything about race?
Yeah, fucking crack.
You just did.
No, because that's where this is coming from. People are upset that a white guy covered a song and it's getting apparently more popular than hers. Well, hello, welcome to the world. Welcome to when Trent Reznor released Hurt, and it was a radio hit, and everybody liked it, and Downward Spiral sold a fuckload of copies, but then fucking 12 years later, Johnny Cash covered it, and it became a bigger song, and it's the same thing. Oh, well.
But you not understand that Johnny Cash is also like a good singer. Like I know you shit on him all the time, but like
listen,
Johnny Cash.
no, wait a minute. I think Johnny Cash is also a weird singer, just like Trent. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like Johnny. Dude, I saw Johnny Cash's version of it. It was unbelievable. In fact, Johnny Cash's take on it is so different that like I almost cried watching Johnny Cash's video, and Trent liked it too. And it was like, because dude, it was like him taking that song and making it so personal about his life, whereas Trent Reznor's version of it was more of a, obviously it was more of it's showing the disintegration of like humanity and like life and stuff like that. It wasn't as personal. It was more, I mean, the words are personal and everything, but it was just a different vibe. Like if So I don't know. So I like it. I like Johnny Cash's version. I just, you know what it is?
Dude, you know what? You probably almost cried as you were thinking, like you were trying to relate it to like season 3 of Picard. Like, oh, this is when Picard
there was no
almost
season 3 of
sacrificed
Picard,
himself for
you
his
idiot.
son.
There was no Picard then, you fuckhead. There was 2005.
Oh, okay. At that point, it was you thinking of Data exploding to death.
Yeah, that's more like that. Or the last
He
season
was
of
thinking
Enterprise.
his dad. Did you ever think of that? Luke?
The last.
Oh yeah, his dad. He never got to finish the show with him.
The last season of Enterprise was that same month. Maybe it was that. Maybe Scott Bakula leaving the Enterprise made me sad.
You're a bit full of crap though, because you used to say that you hated that version of the song. You thought it was shit.
All right,
and
it isn't shit. I like it, and it's not that. I hate that people. I hate when people think it's his song only, and they don't even know. Like, it's like, what the fuck, are you crazy? This was huge in the 90s. It was on the radio all the time. Like, it's like, it just drives me nuts. I don't know.
Would you prefer somebody new and still liked the Johnny Cash version, or that they just didn't know it all?
No, that really bothers me if they don't know it all. Then I want to stab them.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know why.
fair.
Yeah, I can't stand it, bro. I don't know. I got something against, like, I don't know. And it just irritates me.
But you know what? I don't feel like, see, there are some like remakes where I feel like honestly it's better than the original. But what I hate the most is like when you're listening, like there's a song that comes on in the store and you're like, oh shit, I know this song, and then it's the shitty like modern cover where like they cut out all of the best parts of the song. Like the bass line,
like
the beat.
when Johnny Cash changes the lyrics, like.
Hey, no, that was, dude. Okay, you said it yourself.
Did he change the lyrics?
I don't think he changed the lyrics. Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He didn't say shit.
He said,
What did he change?
He changed it to Crown of Thorns.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the best line of the song.
Yeah, that sounds more poetic. Sorry, because he wasn't trying to be a fucking edgelord piece of shit, wannabe fucking asshole who's like, you sat on a crown of shit.
Too bad he wasn't fucking saying crown of dildos like the fucking.
Sorry, but I can see this is what drives me nuts, though.
Sorry,
you
you fucking
can't
shop
say,
at Hot Topic
you can't
and put
say
fucking
something's
eyeliner
better.
on.
You can't say something's better when the other person didn't create it. Like, that's what drives me nuts. It's like, no, this guy didn't create any of this. So, like, you changed the word because you're a pussy. Like, you know what I mean?
Thing was better than the original Thing, wasn't it?
What?
The Thing was better than the original The Thing, right? And I'm talking not the one from the 50s sucked compared to the one that was made in the 80s, right?
I mean, I can understand. Like, it's like, all right. Like, the original Star Trek, obviously really campy. It's hard for me to watch. I don't watch the original series as much because it's just so far campy that you know what I mean? I draw the line usually around, TNG. And I understand because it's hard for some people to watch TOS. But I won't sit there and be like, you know what, TOS, sucks. Next Generation's way better. I'm not going to do that because without TOS, there would be no Next Generation. So I'm like, yeah, listen, TOS set the bar. It's the fucking show, man.
Who cares? It's already happened. You can make fun of it.
Listen here, Luke. Don't question Joe Cronin. He knows it's just the Star Trek business.
Yeah, I'll kill you.
Yeah, it's the Star Trek business.
It's the Star Trek industry.
Just the fact that he didn't go into any he didn't want the conversation to go any further. It was the most ridiculous question or like most ignorant question for Joe to ask. Like, dude, I love Rostafa, but bro,
no,
you are not a fucking. You're not like this expert that you like. You put yourself on a pedestal higher than everybody, and then you use terms like, well, that's the wrestling business, as if we're all just dumb peasants who just like thought wrestling was real. Look, that's why it's called the art of kayfabe. Like, we know what it is. We know what it is, Rostafa. You don't have to sit down and educate us like we're dumb mongoloids.
Isn't this what isn't going back to Cash? What I do like about it is you are seeing two different. Just by the little tweak of the lyrics and just by the music videos being different, it's like you're witnessing an older, mature man's suffering and end of life reflection. Whereas
he knew he was dying.
Whereas Trent Reznor's version, or his created song, but he's in a different place, right? He's much younger. So like you get that angstiness of I wear this crown of shit, whereas crown of thorns. It's like really it's not that I hate, I just don't like the people. That's what I'm saying. The songs are great, they're fine, and they both stand in a different way. And dude, how can there be any bigger compliment than Johnny Cash wants to cover your song? Like, I mean,
before he dies.
Yeah, I mean, that just validates how amazing. But I don't think I've really ever heard a legendary person cover a song that's already been out for 10 years by somebody else.
And a song that's completely out of their genre.
Yeah, like it's really kind of I don't think that's ever happened or ever happened again. I don't think. Like
links to the
Like
true.
dude,
Well,
that would be like if
Look it up.
I'm trying to think like if some like Dolly Parton today decided she wanted to cover like a song by My Chemical Romance from 2005. Like it'd be like, what? Dolly Parton wants to cover fucking, I don't know, name a song by those fuck losers.
My Black Parade.
Whitney Houston covered Dolly's "I Will
You know
Always
what I
Love
love?
You" and made it bigger.
Okay, so
I love you ever heard fucking Weezer's cover of Aha or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Gonna take on me. It's so bad.
Yeah,
Weezer's
no.
cover.
Yeah,
Because
see-
it's just
Cover of
it
Africa
lacks
sucks.
Yeah, it lacks any of the charm. It lacks any of the original instrumentals that like made the song memorable. Like I hate when they try to like play like the original type of like main beat of a song, but they play it in a different tone or they play it with a different instrument. Like it's like that doesn't fit. That's not the song. You're getting it all wrong. Go kill
All right,
yourself.
Nobody cheat, but I've looked up the amount of views on both Johnny Cash's Hurt and 9 Inch Nails.
Johnny Cash's
Hurt.
wins. I'm telling you it wins. Because Johnny Cash's version came out when YouTube started, first of all. So it has like the edge of being closer to the hit. But also I just think the song, I know in my brain right now, I know how popular that 9 Inch Nails song was. It was on the radio for a little while, but it was a downer and people it didn't stay on for long. It was a hit and everybody knew about it and it was a big thing for like a month or less. But the Johnny Cash version, when it came out, being his last thing and this big thing, it transcended everybody. Older people, younger people, 9 Inch Nails fans, other people have never heard of 9 Inch Nails. It hit everybody. Johnny Cash's has got to be beating it by like 20 million.
Holy shit. Okay, you say by 20 million.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any other different guesses?
Okay.
59.
I think almost a billion.
A
How about
billion?
69?
50 million. Okay, I heard a
Oh.
billion. Okay. No, the answer is Johnny Cash's, or I'm sorry, 9 Inch Nails Hurt combined top videos. It got about 17 million. Okay.
Holy shit.
Because they don't really have a good video for Hurt either. That's the other
Yeah,
thing.
it's
that's
just
weird.
like a fucking deteriorating bird or something.
Yeah.
Bug
I have
dying.
to add up 3 videos that they have of Hurt. One is live that has 11 million. One is not live. It's just a video that has 2 million. And then another one is like an official that has 7 million. So
Right.
approximately 20 million, I'll say.
Yeah,
Johnny
because-
Cash's Hurt video has 213 million views. So
Right.
10 times the amount.
So even if 9 Inch Nails did have a pretty good video for it, which they never did, but if 9 Inch Nails had a really good video for it, I still think Johnny Cash's would win by, you know what I mean, by 10 million. Because again, like I said, it transcends. Like I knew people like older adults, like grandfathers that I knew and uncles of mine. They didn't know that was a 9 Inch Nails song. So this was the first time older people, usually young people, do this. Like a band that a young person likes covers a song from the 70s or something, and you're like, I love this song, and you don't even know it's a cover. And then your dad or somebody goes, hey, I know that song, and you're like, what the fuck? How do you know this song, Dad? Oh, that's by the blah blah blah, and you're like, no, this is my band I like. Oh, they're covering. I didn't know that. Well, these were old fucks doing that to me. Like old Benny was like, oh, Johnny Cash, what a song, what a legacy. Well, this is a 9 Inch Nails song, Uncle Ben. What? What's 9 Inch Nails? Or like, oh, like the what? Like they don't even know. So like I was getting it from everybody. Younger people didn't know it was a Nine Inch Nails song. Older people didn't know. But I'm like, do you not remember the 90s when this was a hit? Like, and they barely did or they didn't. And so it was the first time I'd ever seen older people doing what younger people usually do. It was crazy. So it transcends so many people. The Johnny Cash version.
Yeah, it's you're right. Trans people shouldn't be able to
what?
Do sports.
Good transition.
Let's do this.
Hey, why don't we go back to Nerdy's? Why don't we go back to Nerdy's little game show? Because I know that he only got like 1 or 2 questions in. I want to hear what other what is it, male or female or?
You want to see something interesting? You want to see something interesting really quickly? I got something for you guys. The last 5 years. Fuck last 5 years. You want to do 2004 to present? 2004 to present. These are the searches for Hurt Johnny Cash and Hurt 9 Inch Nails. Which one is which one?
How do you just pull that up?
Because I'm smart. Which color do you think is Johnny Cash?
I'm convinced that is just a fake fucking thing, and that you just have that graph for everything.
No, I don't. It's Google.
There's a direct correlation. You can't argue.
Johnny Cash is in blue.
For sure.
So Johnny. So there's your answer. You don't need the video comparison. This is 2004 to present day. Johnny Cash Hurt is.
Yeah.
More.
I think we all agreed with you.
I know. I'm just saying. There's the actual proof. If you just want, in case
we can
people
see when he died.
Johnny Cash did the same thing with Soundgarden. Rusty Cage.
Oh yeah, let's see when fucking people started searching Chris Cornell.
Really?
Probably peaked in 2006.
Chris Cornhole.
When did he kill himself? 2014 or something?
Who's the Linkin Park guy? Chester the molester?
Chester Benningfield.
Bennington.
Chester the clown.
Chester Bennington.
Chester Bennett Cumberbatch.
Well, Chester.
I'm Chester the clown.
I know when Chester died. I know exactly when he died.
Jeez.
I can tell you exactly when Chester died.
Dude, we should do this with somebody like Michael Jackson, where it might actually be harder to tell.
Let's see who was more popular when they died, him or Michael Jackson.
The Alien Ant Farm cover of Michael Jackson. Some people might not remember that was Michael.
So Chester Bennington died just after April 2020. For sure.
Oh,
there it
dude,
is.
he was a COVID
2017.
guy, bro.
What?
Chester died in 2017 along with Cornell.
Really?
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Then why was he searched so much in 2020?
That's when they found. That's when they found that picture of him with the kid.
Oh, really?
No, he was supposed to be. It's rumored that he's somebody's son in the White House. So during the election.
Well, this is. I mean,
July 2017, he died.
Oh, then this map doesn't even show 2017, so that's why.
Yeah, your map.
Oh my god, dude, that much time has passed. What the fuck is going on in life?
Dude, you were an old piece of shit, Joe.
That's why you can't remember that argument that me and JB had was from 2018.
You're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
And then you got all smug with me, like, well, I'm pretty sure I remember.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, all right, 48-year-old man.
You're right. This is July 2017. Look at that spike. It blows away all those other spikes. Look at the other spikes. They're little humps. They're little tiny mupples.
Jesus, you would have thought "Hurt Myself" today would have bumped up a little bit that day too.
I hurt myself. Remember the Kermit the Frog?
Johnny Cash dying is because John Ritter died the same day.
Oh.
Who the hell is John Ritter? I don't know who
you motherfucker. I should shoot you in the face.
I want to kill you fucking right now, you piece of shit.
As old as you are, you don't know who John Ritter is?
John Ritter.
Oh my God.
Sounds like a fucking.
I've heard of the name, but I don't know if I've ever seen.
I want to kill you.
Seen him.
I want to kill both of you, everybody. I want to kill everybody with a weapon right now.
Stab them in the fucking ear and kick their mother in the chin.
The guy from Three's Company.
Oh, I know who that guy is. I'm sorry I don't know his fucking name.
Yeah.
I know I've watched Three's Company before. I just don't know the fucking guy's name.
John Ritter.
Ever seen
Oh
Prom Tom?
no.
Sorry, I graduated after the 20th
Now-
century or 21st.
Yeah,
You know what?
he was on 8 Simple Rules. I remember. He was the dad that died.
Fuck Johnny Cash and fuck Trent Reznor. Kermit did it the best.
I hurt myself today.
Classic.
Remember this?
Wow, that's a horrible Kermit
I
impression.
still feel
This is amazing.
I focus on the pain.
Look at this.
The
Beautiful.
only thing that's real.
Is that you?
EOD. That's a horrible Kermit impression.
That's you? I remember this. You did this.
No, I didn't do this. This is not me.
Kill it all the way.
Where do you think I got it from?
I remember everything.
Isn't it beautiful? What
Nope.
have I become? It's so fucking funny, bro.
I think the breakdown and I think the breakdown of the lyrics is better in the Johnny Cash song. Like when he gets to that what have I become? It feels a lot more dramatic. You know?
Look at Miss Piggy's tits.
He's jerking
wow.
off.
I wear this crown of caca.
What have I
He's whacking off.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
My sweetest friend.
I was joking. I didn't
That's-
realize that was an actual
That's
bit.
where that guy got it from. That's where the guy on Omegle got it from who jerks off to kids with the cucumber. The Kermit the Frog. He did this. Like, he stole it from this. It's got to be. This is 16 years old. This,
I like how Nerdy wants to launch into his own shit, so he's just like, hell yeah, dude. Anyway, so I was thinking, you know.
No, I think that's hilarious, man. I love Kermit the Frog fucking jerking off. That's great.
You
It
like
sounds
that?
like he taught you how to talk.
So we're getting
So
off
what's
the
the
air
next-
in a minute anyway. We're not going to be much longer. Don't worry. We can go to bed. It's going to be a few more seconds.
Yeah, you know what? That guy who was like really angry at me in the chat, D Wells, he was like, you know, saying he was gonna like donate a bunch of negative points, and he didn't. You know, it's kind of like he was like a liar, or something like of a, you know, kind of a just a big fat pussy piece of shit liar, fucking loser sack of cum, who probably should have been aborted.
It's almost
But
like
then again, I don't know this guy.
It's almost like you're a whore.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've dropped about 12 pounds since I've started trying to lose weight.
Good job.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Can we get a golf clap? All right, thank you. No, that's great. I went to the gym today.
down and raped her in the ring of fire. I swallowed her cum inside a ring of fire. Sorry. Yeah, great voice.
Oh my. Just the way that Nerdy finally tries to open his mouth and Joe just
like that?
cuts him off completely.
All right, let me ask you this, guys. Is putting your seatbelt on an alpha move still, or is that now beta, or is that
That
has
is
that changed?
not an alpha move. Telling someone else to put it on is an alpha move.
What if the car is yelling? If the car is yelling at everybody, is it still an alpha move to be like, hey, put your fucking seatbelt on?
Yeah. But it's not to be like, oh, I got to put my seatbelt on. No, it's a beta fucking move. Oh, I got to put my seat on.
Oh yeah, it's so beta being safe.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
this is why Joe didn't pass the fucking
let me get
third
my-
grade
yeah,
or whatever.
This is why you don't have sex.
Shut up.
Oh, let me put my condom on. Okay.
You know, sometimes I'll put a condom on to jerk off.
Yeah. I've done that.
Yeah,
no, I
that's
did
what I
that.
use for 'em.
No, I used to
I'll
to stuff lube inside the condom and then rub it back and forth, and it was like I was slopping inside of a hole.
Today
No, I
on
just like-
We Are Gay because
I just like looking at like, you know, my full like load that I just emptied, and I'm just like, wow, that's a lot. You know, you never see it like, you know, all piled up for you.
Jesus. Well, when you're doing it 5 times a day, it's hard to see anything pile up at that point.
Yeah,
You
it
know-
just comes out like fucking toothpaste. You got to really squeeze it from the top so some of it pushes out.
You brush your teeth.
Yeah. Ew.
Hey, Pico, speak up when you tell a joke. Don't whisper.
Maybe Johnny
Get some confidence, bud.
You know what? Maybe Dolly Parton or someone can cover Trent Reznor's "Beside You" in time or whatever it is.
Is this going to be the fucking Trent Reznor fucking podcast?
No, I'm just thinking.
This guy
No,
up
let's
so
just
many
let's,
times.
no, let's think about it. I'm just saying. Let's think about it. Right? Johnny Cash covered "Hurt." It was a huge success. So why not one more? Like, why doesn't someone go to the well on 9 Inch Nails again? Like, so what's the next song that somebody can take from 9 Inch Nails and elevate it and make it better?
I fully blame Luke Rojas for comparing 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor to Good Charlotte, because it has been, in some blessed soul in the chat will tell us how long it's been that this topic has come up.
You pissed me off. You pissed me off.
Because every time we try to go into someone else, I'm like, Dirty, why don't you go back to your game show? And Joe's like, hey guys, you want to see a clip? No, we don't. Okay,
I was
so
trying
this
to
is
do
Trent
a bit.
Reznor on the moon.
No, I'm just trying to do a bit. Okay, so someone's gonna take Right Where It Belongs, and basically they're gonna make it better, right? Because
that's what artists do.
Well, because I mean, you're saying
that's the music industry, bud.
But you're saying because you're saying like, okay, Hurt. You're essentially saying that Hurt is a pretty good song because you like the Johnny Cash version of Hurt, but it is written by Trent Reznor and is the Hurt and it was a hit song. So we're agreeing that that's a pretty damn good song, but it's much better when Johnny Cash covered it. So
I don't agree with that.
Well, that's what he's saying though. So I'm just saying. So if that's the case with Luke, right? What's the next closest song to Hurt? It's probably Right Where It Belongs. So that means right now somebody who's got like older than Trent nowadays should cover Right Where It Belongs, and then like it will be a bigger hit, right?
Yeah, and then Joe can complain about it.
You know what? Maybe somebody already has done that. Maybe some YouTubers already covered it. Like maybe you know when you see the hot girl covering a song, like any song, they cover like everyone's got a cover channel, right? There's like millions of YouTube channels where people are like covering all these different. You know what I mean? Like,
and you obsessively listen to all of them just so you can hear the because I hate covers where they miss that specific part of the song that's like your favorite part of the song.
Oh yeah,
it's like, dude, why even cover it?
Oh my god, yeah. See, look, it already exists, and this girl has like 25,000 views. So like maybe this is already going on everywhere.
Like I listened to a Disturbed cover, and you know that part in Down with the Sickness where like the guitar kind of goes doo doo doo. You know, it kind of sounds like it's glitching a little bit. They I heard somebody cover it.
Yeah.
And they like completely, it was just like a completely different guitar for it. Like it didn't sound anything like a Disturbed song.
Right.
And I'm like, if you're going to do a cover of something, you know, unless you're Johnny Cash or unless you're like a really big pre-established fucking musician, don't do a cover of a song and then try to make your own spin on it and then like ruin the song.
Or you make it too exactly the same and it doesn't sound much different. And you're like, well, why'd they do that?
Fast Car.
You know who did a really good cover was Pantera on Planet Caravan. I love that song.
Well, dude, they did some chick did a remix of Summertime, Sublime's song.
I heard that the other day.
I was listening to it in the car and I was like, wait, I recognize these lyrics. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wait, this
like,
is Summertime.
She's like more strung out sounding. She's like summertime.
Like Carolyn now, yeah.
Like
Summertime loving.
It's very weird. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, that sounds terrible. See, I already don't like that. So there you go. See, you're right, Luke. It's like people got to bring it. Like if you're gonna cover Right Where It Belongs, you gotta bring it. Like you gotta make it
The
epic.
Nirvana cover of
like I hear people cover Past the Duchy, that song. Like I hear people cover that song, and bro, they miss out like some of the most key parts of the instrumental. Like the do 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 do, like they completely get rid of the steel drum aspect of the song, and I'm just like, why do you even make a cover of a song that's popular for those types of instruments or is popular for this specific part of the song? Like, don't do it. Do something else.
Right.
Ugh.
Like I
get angry.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I agree with you though. Let's get the fuck out of here because we all got work in the morning. You know.
Yeah. that D Wells guy, he really disappointed me. You know, I thought he was going to start donating to the show.
No, he's gonna save it for next week, bro. Next week's the big show. 420 next week, guys.
But he was saying something about like how tonight he was going to make my life hell. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah, I get it.
He made your
I
life
think
hell
he got-
by having you thinking about it and then not doing it.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Moana has good songs. I like Let It Go, and I like that's okay. But Moana's got the songs, bro. That fucking, I love those songs. How Far I'll Go, bro.
Anything?
Rocks.
Wait, Joe, are you all right? Like the fuck?
No, I'm fine.
Why are you ending the show so early?
What are you
Like
talking? It's like
1:40?
It's 2 in the morning.
I know that's the joke.
Oh.
Because you're always usually like last week we were up to like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm getting bit up by fucking mosquitoes.
You gotta make at least $300 to stay up until 4 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
that's why we had entertainment.
We were great.
Well, you know
time.
what
I loved
though?
it.
These past few weeks we've been getting so many donations coming in that like I think everybody's just like you guys said saving up for 420.
Oh yeah.
Now guys,
for
seriously, 420, we really have to make it count because this is like the biggest monetize this that we've had in like I want to say in a few years. Like this is this championship night has been built up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and let's not make it all for nothing and just like have a dud of a show.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that to happen.
Yeah, thanks to me, it was all my idea. None of Luke's idea.
It was mine.
He'll tell you it was all his idea.
My video predates when Nerdy said anything about it, and I have the text that I sent to Joe that predates anything that Nerdy said about it. So, if you really want to go and like who's the producer of the show. By the way, Nerdy, what are you talking about producing the show? Do you think that you sit in one of those weird fucking Hollywood producer chairs with your fucking microphone going action? Like, no, dude, this is not how it fucking works. All right, we're not in a fucking studio. All right,
not
you're not
yet.
a producer.
Our budget hasn't fitted yet, but sign up for Patreon. Joe Cronin Patreon.
Oh, I want to shout
we'll
out
get that
Ghost.
going.
Ghost from the Coast is back on Patreon in the $150 spot. Just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah,
That's huge.
see that Joe. Anything else you like to plug? I don't want you to forget. As your
Yeah,
producer.
go on Patreon and also guys go to Whataburger and harass Nerdy at his job. It's
yeah.
There you go. Harass Nerdy at his job. Luke Rojas. Will Luke Rojas be champion next week? Will Nerdy be champion? Will Leah retain the belt? Will I win the belt? I've got points in the bank, motherfuckers. How about that? Next week, we smoke up on Monetize This 420. Let's go. Now let's go out to a cover of 9 Inch Nails. Good night.
Side of the glass you were on. See the safety of the life you have built. Everything where it belongs. See the hollowness inside your heart. And it's all right where it belongs. What if everything around you?
See, this guy's covering 9 Inch Nails, and it sounds better, Luke. Luke, you might like Right Where It Belongs from this guy instead of Johnny Cash, instead of Trent Reznor 9 Inch Nails.
Isn't quite as it seems. What if all the world you think you know is an elaborate dream? And if you look at your reflection, is it all you want it to be? What if you could look right through the cracks? Would you find yourself
find yourself afraid to see. What of all the worlds inside of your head? Just creations of your own. Your devils and your gods, all the living and the dead. And you're really all alone. You can live in this illusion. You can choose to believe. Keep on looking, but you can't find the woods while you're hiding in the trees.
Fuck you,
What
Rojas.
if everything around you isn't quite as it seems? What if all the world you think you know is an elaborate dream? And if you look at your reflection, is it all you want it to be? What if you could look right through the cracks? Would you find yourself afraid to see?
I hope Luke Rojas dies. I hope Luke Rojas dies. I hope Luke Rojas dies. Damn, Rojas, you done, son. See you next week, Luke Rojas. Bitches be out. Peace. Become a patron on patreon.com/JoeCronin. Good night.